pretty good statistics last in the CFL. David Williams says he wants the football more. And Steve Goldman says the Riders have to play better football if they're going to make the playoffs and maybe save Goldman's job. CFL Game of the Week on TSN. Brought to you by Molson Canadian. What beer's all about. And by Priority Courier, the official courier of the CFL. It's the Ottawa Rough Riders and the British Columbia Lions before a crowd of about 28,000 live from the stadium at BC Place in Vancouver. Hi, everybody. We're all standing here wondering which Ottawa team is going to show up for this game. First time in 5 years. That was back a month or so ago. Or will it be the team that has lost its last 3 outings, including an embarrassing 52-8 loss to Calgary at home last Sunday afternoon at Lansdowne Park? The Ottawa Rough Riders have something to play time in quite a while. But the question is whether or not they can get to the ball to the big people on their roster. And that really is the thing they have to do tonight, I think, if they're to have a chance to win this game against BC. More on the game now. Here's John Wells and Leif Pedersen.
The Ottawa Rough Riders have a wide-open shot at a playoff spot in the Eastern Division. Leif, it's been a long time since we've been able to say that.
Well, you know, John, I think the odds are pretty good. Hamilton has playing against Edmonton this weekend. Of course, Ottawa has a good chance to win tonight. So after this weekend, we could...
Chance for David Williams to shine as he comes back to British Columbia to play his old mates. He's maybe a little bit due, and he's open, he says.
Well, I think he's due. And, you know, Steve Goldman should have realized this when they signed him as a free agent. If he doesn't get the ball a lot during the game, he's going to sulk a little bit. Now, wrongfully, I think he should get the ball thrown his way 10 to 15 times a game. He is the weapon. You got to use him.
Speaking of wide receivers not playing for the BC Lions tonight, Larry Willis. Amid some controversy, Bob Obilowicz says, I don't dislike this performance.
Hey, I hope he's putting his stamp on this team in a hurry, isn't he? You know, he said, like, if you're not going to give it 100% and have your heart in it, you're not going to play for me. So Larry Willis sits out tonight, and in his place is Tony Hunter, who has shown in practice that he has a real desire to get a 108-yard punt return for a touchdown. Ray Alexander, he is the other wide receiver tonight. His credentials speak for themselves. He will go over 1,000 yards this year. He is a threat every time he touches the football, but little by little, you're seeing Obi's stamp on this team.
All right, the BC Lions are 7 points away from the final playoff spot in the Western Division. The Lions have to win at home tonight.
It has been 16 years since the Ottawa Rough Riders won a game in Vancouver. It would be a good time for them to break this streak. Riders and the British Columbia Lions live from BC Place Stadium in Vancouver. The kickoff is next. It's the CFL on TSN.
Need a live minnow and a bobber. He swims around down there.
Turn down his ear fish lips smacking. Yeah, it looks good to me too. I don't know why they don't bite the things.
No actions at all. Fish?
Yeah.
You ain't gonna find anything better than this fish. Mr. Worms, you guys.
You're a doctor about that, Greg.
OV, real life beer. If you hang out with Canada's top builders, you'll see they rely on Makita high-torque tools. Corded or cordless tools, Makita's got the torque to power its way through anything. And with over 100 service centers, you'll never get caught with your tools down. Skyscraper or treehouse, Makita, more power to you.
If you want to make the perfect family 4x4, you've got to get it all right. The right number of doors, 1,000 kilometers, the right price, the right luxuries, the right performance. Introducing the new 1991 Suzuki 4-door Sidekick Family 4x4. All right.
Hey! Priority Courier, I have a pickup.
Call Priority Courier for overnight delivery, and you're dealing with Canada's largest courier network. You've got the whole country covered. Evenings and weekends, too. Priority Courier gets it there overnight, guaranteed. Because your priority...
Hello again, everyone, from BC Place Stadium. The Lions, last gasp to make the playoffs in the West. The Rough Riders of Ottawa still shooting for the Eastern Division playoffs. In charge of his debut in his 10th CFL season. And the rest of the officials: Bill Wright, Ross Hutchinson, Larry Rohan, Bernie Presco, and Keith Henderson. We await now the kickoff from the BC line. Ready with the ball teed at the 35, and the evening is underway. On the return for Ottawa, this is Reggie Barnes. And Barnes has a great opening return for Saglia, slows him down, enough. Tackled from behind by Billy Bell. So a great 41-yard return to set the Ottawa Rough Riders up. And here's the veteran group up front with Smith and Ilarenko. As the tackles, Illebrun and receivers are Williams and Jones. Inside it is Jeff Smith and James Ellingson, the quarterback, Damon Allen. The runners are Reggie Barnes, who got things going well for Ottawa already, and David Conrad. It is a first down for the Rough Riders at the BC 47. Allen to the far side has his man, Stephon Jones. First catch of the night.
Only one change from last week's lineup on the front four for the BC Lions. Jeff Stevenson takes over from the San Francisco 49er camp. The linebacking crew, well, probably the best feature of that defense with Tank Landry in the middle, Willie Pless and Alondra Johnson on the outside. Norman Jefferson, Billy Bell, the newcomer from the Houston Oilers, on the corner. Defense in the middle safety spot.
Gain of 8. This is 2nd and 2, and Barnes has another first down with a 4-yard carry. Damon Allen has some big numbers in Canadian football this year. 25 touchdowns, too many interceptions with 18, but he has moved the Ottawa Rough Riders on occasion, but unfortunately not the last couple of weeks, Lee.
Well, you know, like you look at his numbers, and the 25 touchdown passes is 2nd in the league, but as we talked in the CFL report, qualities that I think are really the difference in this team. If he can lead this team, they can be successful.
James Ellingson inside 20, but just as the Ottawa Rough Riders take a big kickoff return upfield on the Lions.
Oh, good throw to the slot back, James Ellingson. He came over, of course, in a trade about mid-season with the Saskatchewan Rough Riders, and boy, the key in any game that I've seen the Ottawa Rough Riders play this year is how well do they produce on first down. So these have been excellent.
On first down, once more, Reggie Barnes. Billy Pless, one of the Lions, in on the tackle. Gain of 2, 2nd and 8.
No, the real secret Rough Riders to gain good yardage on first down, and for a number of reasons. You know, it gives some flow to your offense, but they're 7th in quarterback sacks against, and that's really a result of too many 2nd and long situations all year long. Now they're faced with it early, but at least
from the 18. Good fake by Damon Allen. He could get the first down by himself. Good block. He does. Forced out near the 5 to 6-yard line. Nice run.
It was a nice fake to get this play started. He fakes the Statue of Liberty to Reggie Barnes and bootlegs to the outside. Now, a perfect situation for a quarterback like Damon Allen. He can either throw or run. Here he chooses to run, gets a bit of a block from David Williams down, and what an impressive drive they put together here to start this football game. Good kickoff return by Reggie Barnes, and now 3 first downs in a row for Damon Allen.
This is 1st and goal, Ottawa at the BC 5. Allen to the end zone. Interference call. They're signaling a touchdown.
That's a great catch.
Down.
You go back and have a look at this one again. That's a beautiful catch. They're going to call Norman Jefferson interference. You watch. Bing, bing, bang, and here we go. First possession, touchdown. And David Williams is a guy we suggested they must get involved early, and he comes up with his 9th TD reception of the year, and a nice way to make his homecoming. Yeah, well, you know, like he loves it out here at BC Place. I chatted with him before the game, and he said, "Oh, do I love playing in this building." So if that's any indication on the first drive, he is off to a good start tonight.
Dorsey's converted quickly for the first touchdown of the night. They lead 7-0.
When we went out, his idea of formal dress was a leather jacket over a t-shirt.
Never knew what they saw in him. He wasn't as good looking as me, and didn't have half the personality.
Well, he got into trouble the odd time by being a bit...
Special Dry, the evolution of beer.
David Williams of the Ottawa Rough Riders has the first touchdown of the night in his first game back at the stadium at BC Place. He's since signing in Ottawa. Damon Allen mixed his plays well on an impressive drive.
Well, I thought he did.
Hey, I'm in Ottawa now, but this is my house. This is my house, baby. All right, baby.
You know, he said last night on a TV show that I saw that all things being equal, he was in Vancouver and loved playing in this building, but of course it just didn't work out that way. Ottawa happy to have him in a big free agent signing in the offseason, but of course, as you heard him say, he loves coming back here and playing in this building. There's another unhappy guy in Ottawa. He wants to be traded, and according to him, it was all set to deal with Toronto, but Ottawa didn't want to make it. Said Toronto wanted him, so there's a little gossip for you.
Even up, trade the kickers.
Well, I don't know who it was to trade for. He didn't tell me that part, but he wouldn't make the deal.
They were talking Lance Chomick a little bit, so...
I did hear that.
But the deal was not done. Tony Hunter on the return for the Lions. He's been great since coming to BC, and great again here. 52. Dean Dorsey made the stop, so the Lions start hot well.
Yards in 6 plays, 2.5 minutes, and when the money's on the table, they go to the money guy, David Williams, and the different skill people, 3 receivers and running back Reggie Barnes in that drive.
1st and 10, BC Lions out at their 51. Flutie starts it, accepted. Intended that for Lorenzo Graham. Up front for the Lions, Groenwagen and Mills the tackles, Romano and Whitney, a newcomer in there, and 1 guard. Sinclair is the center. The receivers, Alex, his first start on the other. Inside it'll be Dennis along with Jan Corinthi. This is 2nd and 10. Flutie steps up as a first down. Ray Alexander inside the 45, stopped there by Greg Stuman, another former Lion. 17 yards to pick up.
Well, with Doug some time, he has the ability to pick out a receiver downfield. Good pattern by Ray Alexander, working back to the football, and boy, after a wonderful kickoff return by Tony Hunter, the BC Lions have come up with their first down of the ball game, courtesy of that catch.
Little 17-yard pickup for Alexander.
No, he's had a good year, 51 catches, that being his 52nd catch since returning from a stint for 3 years with the Dallas Cowboys. Number 21 is Brett Young, defensive back, injured for the Ottawa Rough Riders on that play. And he has been a leader for them in that Ottawa secondary. Getting back to Ray Alexander, though, what a wonderful target he is for a quarterback like Doug Flutie. Now, Flutie is small. He's only about 5'7", and so sometimes it's difficult for him to look over that offensive line. Alexander, who's 6'4" and 203. He's a good size, a good target to pick out.
Let's look at that Ottawa defense with a couple of pretty strong Canadians in Kulka and Lloyd Lewis, and Greg Stuman has made quite a difference to Ottawa this year. Paul McGowan, Bruce Holmes, and Patrick Wayne, 3 pretty good linebackers. Holmes is having a great year.
Oh man, is he ever what range he has in that middle linebacking spot. He of course leads the league in tackles with 94, and he made that knockdown early in the BC drive. He has tremendous quickness from that middle spot.
From the 42, there is not much running room that time.
Well, under
down in on the tackle. Sorry,
Bob Obilovich, this in his 3rd game as head coach. No secret, Obi likes to run the football if he can. I mean, he's not going to beat his head against the wall. If it's not there, they will just not do it. But boy, more than any other coach, I think he likes to try and establish that run early. The Lions are 3rd in the league in running the football. And oh, pow. That's the nice thing. If they can get it going, then they can set up play action, and life as a quarterback becomes a lot easier.
Gain of 2, 2nd and 8. Flutie on target. Tony Hunter's first catch. Short of the first down.
Kyle Hall, who came in for the injured Brett Young, did a nice job sliding out into the zone coverage. He's responsible for that flat out to the side. Watch how quickly he breaks onto the football and squares up and makes a good tackle on Tony Hunter. Make sure he goes no further. And that, of course, will result in Louis Pasaglia coming onto the field for a field goal attempt. Louis has struggled this year, only 25 of 38. But as I call him, all-time leading scorer in football history, has had a great career here in BC.
Hey, for Lou Pasaglia. And he misses his first try of the night. Scott Flagel gives up a point. Ottawa Rough Riders leading the BC Lions. Lions did move the football a little bit, set up by a pretty good kick return. The Ottawa Rough Riders had one of their own into possession. First down, Ottawa from the 35. Allen steps up, fires far side. Barnes, the intended receiver. Willie Pless was out there. And so was Billy Bell, but there's a flag down. Little grasping along the line there, Leaf.
We'll find out.
Ottawa number 69, declined, second down.
Kari Lirenko, the right tackle, gets called for holding, and of course, something the Ottawa Rough Riders want to do. Once again, second and long, and you don't like the Harsh fifth in total offense and struggling. You don't like to be in these situations too many times.
Ottawa 45 penalties in the last 3 games.
That'll slow you down in a hurry.
They've lost 3 in a row. Good fake by Allen and a first down. Jeff Smith, number 82, making the catch. No flags this time. A 14-yard pickup, and the Rough Riders are on the move again.
I think Jeff Smith's been a great acquisition for this offense. You know, they started the season with Ken Abrere and Gerald Wilcox as their slot backs, and quite frankly, you know, they had some flashes of brilliance, but then they weren't very consistent. Jeff Smith has come in and added some stability to that receiving core, and he's a good target as well for Damon Allen.
Allen to the far side this time. Stephon Jones. Another Ottawa first down.
Boy, that looked pretty close. As Stephon Jones down the sidelines was wide open in behind Billy Bell. You're going to have a good look at it right here.
Oh.
Boy, that's a great call by the official as he came down, put clearly out of bounds. So once again, the Ottawa Rough Riders, 2nd and 10.
From behind, Allen decked, flag down. Stevenson threw to hit Damon Allen. There is a flag.
Well, great pressure from the newcomer, number 98, Jeff Smith. Just as Allen was going to release the football, he was in there to make the hit.
Outside, Ottawa number 19, declined, third down.
So Reggie Barnes moving a little quickly down there.
Something that the BC Lions have really suffered with this year's lack of a pass rush, but that's on the newcomer. Jeff Smith did a nice job getting around Rob Smith and getting in to get the pressure on Damon Allen.
Argos think Terry Baker takes a little too long getting it away, so the Lions will put a little bit of a charge on him. Whew. Tony Hunter chased back to the 2. Stopped by McGowan. The Ottawa Rough Riders have a 7-1 lead. It's early in the opening quarter.
Fix the vertical. What do you got the remote?
I don't know. Are we eating soon?
Oh, I love this game. I love this game.
Let's play back. Here, see? But that's
who is it? We never gave you the score.
Okay. You're kind of like a referee, or you're missing a good game.
I thought you wanted to impress me. Cereal these days needs accessories. You know, fancy fruit shapes, matching textured things. Well, this isn't dressed up at all. It's just flakes. Maybe I was wrong. Yes, I like it. It's simple. Classic. Makes a bold statement all by itself.
Kellogg's Cornflakes.
Cornflakes?
Taste them again.
Back at the stadium at BC Place, where the Ottawa Rough Riders jumped into an early lead on the British Columbia Lions. 7-1 with 7:51 to go in the opening quarter, and the Lions ham deep in their own zone. Now this play should work, Leaf, don't you think?
Well, I think this play might work if the guys can understand it. I mean, there's a lot of lines and circles and arrows, and I mean, that's the Hogs, as they like to call themselves, the Rider Hogs, the offensive line. I mean, I'm sure they can figure it out.
Means right side up, or
doesn't mean a whole lot to me here.
No.
That's very artistic, isn't it?
You'll let us know if they go to that one, right?
I will. You just wait. I'll let you know. Sure.
1st and 10. Lions from the 14. Ray Alexander can't hang on. Flutie was a little off target on that toss. Doug Flutie's first start in a couple of weeks. First start under Bob Obilovich. Obi came in and started Joe Pow on his first 2 games. Won it in Hamilton. Lost last week in Saskatchewan, so he's made a bit of a change and started Doug Flutie for this one tonight. 2nd and 10. Flutie near side. Alexander, no problem. And that is another BC first down. Gary Dunlap covering.
Well, John, you talk about Doug Flutie getting the start tonight, and you know Bob Obilovich is a realist, and he knows about. I mean, the chances are one of those slim and none jobs, and I think he has to find out just exactly what Doug Flutie can do. So he's getting the start at quarterback, and so far in the first quarter here, he's looked pretty comfortable.
Lorenzo Graham. And Graham gets out across the 35. Stopped by Willie Pless. Gain of 5. Stopped by Pat.
If Pless made that tackle, I mean, they better really do some reevaluating on this team because Lorenzo Graham back in the lineup tonight. He missed a couple of games with arthroscopic surgery on the knee. Missed 2 games. He is a good one. Livingston University.
2nd and 5, Lions. Flutie with time. Alexander again. In front of Dunlap. And another Lion first down. Gain of 12 for Ray Alexander. He's been hot tonight.
Well, they're working on Jerry Dunlap, and coincidentally, he was on the BC Lions practice non-active roster this year. And Ottawa plucked him off that roster, activated him for tonight's game, and Ray Alexander so far is having a field day on those outs, and unless Jerry Dunlap will come up and challenge him, Doug Flutie should just stay with that play for a while.
Alexander has 46 yards on 3 catches. Flutie goes over the middle, picked up by Bruce Holmes. And intended receiver, but Holmes comes up with another key interception. It's his 3rd on the season.
You know, we talked earlier about the range of a Bruce Holmes. He is very, very quick. He's 6'3". He's got long arms, and boy, he fools Doug Flutie and reads his eyes just as Flutie looks back into the middle. Holmes breaks back on the football. That's his 3rd interception, as you see. He's having himself a great year. You know, you need a lot of range in this league from your middle linebacker and pass coverage, and he really provides Steve Goldman and the Ottawa Rough Riders with that.
Reggie Barnes on first down.
Another pretty good middle linebacker in this league. The tank, Doug Landry, number 39, was in on that play as some help from Derek McCready. Great linebackers in this league. I guess, you know, we almost talk about that every week, don't we? I think it's the greatest feature of our league are the linebackers. There's the old tank.
Stopped him dead in his tracks. This will be 2nd and 10 from the 53. Ottawa leads it 7-1. Allen for Reggie Barnes. And Barnes gets out across the 50 to the 51. 8-yard gain. Derek Wise made the stop. For Dietrich Wise.
See, that's the difficulty of Ottawa now. You know, it's about the 4th time early in the game, 2nd and long, and BC's just going to sit back in that zone coverage. And, of course, with the good linebacking group that they have of Landry, Pless, and Johnson, they could afford to let Ottawa set up a screen and come up and react to it, keep them short of the first down. So unless Ottawa improves on their first down production, you know, they're not going to have a whole lot of great success on offense tonight. They did on the opening drive, but since then they have sputtered.
3rd and 2, Baker across the 50. Another good kick away. Tony Hunter back at the 5. He's surrounded and steps out right near the 10. So the Lions back in their own zone. They have not had great field position except on one pretty good kickoff return after the Ottawa touchdown.
Tony Hunter was a Western All-Star last year with the Edmonton Eskimos led the league in punt returns. Now he's getting his chance. He's shown Bob Obilovich in practice that he wants to play, and he wants to be a 100%er in there. Not a big guy. Only 5'8", 160 pounds, but a pretty big heart underneath those shoulder pads.
On first down, Flutie tries to force it through for Jan Carinci. Was tipped at the line.
I think Patrick Wayne, number 35, got a hand on it just as Doug Flutie let that ball go. And Patrick Wayne is having a super year. Young Canadian linebacker. His 4th year with the club from Simon Fraser University, and each year that he has started, he's better and better. He's a great size, 6'3", 2 1/4, and he is really blossoming as a young linebacker in this league.
2nd and 10 for the Lions from the BC 10. Flutie with the drop, and Graham can't get away. Stopped by Paul McGowan, number 29. Looked like there was a bit of an opening there, but McGowan got Graham from behind.
Well, for a defense that ranks last in the Canadian Football League, Ottawa has come out and played a pretty tight first quarter here. Paul McGowan, Florida State. Dropped in his 2nd year with the club. He's been in and out of the lineup a little bit this year. He's playing his 10th game for the club, but they've shuffled a few guys in and out. Bruce Holmes and Patrick Wayne, they have been the mainstays for that linebacking core.
Big charge on Lou Pasaglia for his first punts. Rough Riders will have good field position, and even better on this return by Stacey Dotsey, but there's a flag down out near the 41. So the Ottawa Rough Riders once more move into scoring possession. 3:21 to play. In the opening quarter, Ottawa has the lead.
It's the small things you can count on every day in your life. A job done well, a friend's smile that make it all worthwhile.
This week at Radio Shack, a Tandy computer with monochrome monitor is on sale for only $999. Has an 8286 processor, 640K memory, 3.5-inch disk drive, and built-in productivity software.
Radio Shack, touch technology.
Back at the stadium at BC Place, the Ottawa Rough Riders have the advantage on the Lions. Ottawa scoring on its first possession. Since then, the Lion defense has held. BC added a single on a missed field goal by Lou Pasaglia.
Well, we got a pretty good matchup tonight with Stefan Jones and the cornerback Billy Bell. We talked to Stefan Jones and said, what do you think about Billy Bell, and what can you run against him tonight?
Well, watching him on film, it seems as though he's a good man-to-man cover. I haven't had a chance to play against him, but seems as though he's a real good man-to-man cover guy, and he may have had a couple breakdowns in zone coverage. So I think what I want to try to do against him is really work him with precise patterns and really give him maybe an extra move here or there to get him out of his defense.
Well, you know, the one pass that Stefan Jones caught down the sidelines tonight and was just out of bounds was pretty much what Stefan was talking about. Billy Bell, a good man-to-man guy, but every once in a while a bit of a breakdown in zone coverage. That time a breakdown occurred in the zone. Stefan Jones got in behind him, but fortunately for Billy Bell, he was out of bounds. So we will follow that matchup for you tonight and see what occurs throughout this game.
A clipping call on the punt return, and the Ottawa Rough Riders begin this drive back at the Ottawa 40. Barnes, the reverse, and the fumble. And Jones loses yardage. He's back to the 25.
That's a reverse pass that they wanted to throw. Jet Tommy told me about it before the game, and they were trying to set it up. David Williams was breaking deep downfield. Stefan Jones was going to throw it to him, but as you'll see, he does not take the handoff cleanly from Reggie Barnes. Looked like a good handoff, but trust me, folks, that was going to be a pass downfield, and they just never got to it. One more look, and the wide receiver reverse pass was supposed to occur.
Loss of 15. Allen goes for a bundle for David Williams. 2 yards too far with Norman Jefferson covering.
Well, you know, you talk about his arm. He threw that ball about 60 yards there trying to hit David Williams, and on second and about, what was that? Second and 25? Might as well give it a shot to David and see if he can come up with the catch. That time Damon just overthrew him.
Third down, and on a penalty and a messed up option play, the Ottawa Rough Riders are now forced deep in their zone on a third down kicking situation for Terry Baker. Baker back at his 10. Not as good as his previous two kicks, but then he gets it out, and there is no return for Tony Hunter. Baker's punt trickles out at the Lion 49. 36-yard kick that time for Baker. Average coming into the game 40.4. Numbers on Doug Flutie. He's 50% so far tonight. Graham stumbles as he hits the line, and he's stopped by Stuman at the 51.
You know, I think, John, as you look at this Ottawa defense tonight and some of the areas that they really wanted to try and improve on in the offseason, and number one was to get a better pass rush. Well, they've done that this year. Last year, they only had 32 sacks. Coming into tonight's game with 5 games remaining, they got 37, so they have improved in that area. You look at the interception totals. Last year, they only had 15 all season long. Tonight, they've got 30, double that already. So, you know, there's a couple of areas that have improved on that defense. The fact is they're still last in total defense. So, you know, they still have their share of breakdowns. Tonight, so far, not too bad.
Flutie looked to be ad-libbing a little bit on that play as he tried to spot Jan Carinci on 2nd and 7. So it's third down now.
Well, this tonight may be the moment of truth for Doug Flutie, getting an opportunity to start a football game under the new coach, Bob Abilovich. And so far, he is 4 for 9. And it's not a couple of good out passes to Ray Alexander, but other than that, not a great deal of offense generated.
Enter Lou Pasaglia. His second punt across the 40. Stacey Dossie waits at the 15. And good coverage by the Lions special team brigade out there. Belanger made the tackle. Paul Wetmore made a pretty good play down there as well to keep Dossie from going too far. 4-yard return, 43-yard kick. Here's Damon. Quarterbacks about the same in their numbers so far. Damon 5 of 9. But he has the touchdown.
Well, he had a great drive to start the ball game. Since then, they have not been able to generate a whole lot of offense, and see what they can come up with.
Into the final minute of the opening quarter. This is Reggie Barnes, and this is a big hole. Out across the 35. 24-yard gain, stopped by Kevin Clark, number 16.
John, you know, this has been a big part of the Ottawa offense so far this year. Good block on Tank Landry in the middle there. And Reggie Barnes has a nice gain on that running play, but, you know, they get about 145 yards a game on the ground. That ranks them second in the league, and this is something that they really have to establish early.
Conrad steps out better than halfway to the first down. Jefferson forcing Conrad out of bounds.
You know, as you look around the league and you see teams like Saskatchewan and Toronto, well, heck, you know, they can throw the ball a lot, but Ottawa, they can't rely on the pass. They have to get that running game going, and Reggie Barnes had a nice gain the previous play, and they lead 7-0 and played a pretty good first quarter.
Timeout after quarter one at the stadium at BC Place, with the Ottawa Rough Riders leading by 6.
British Airways, the world's favorite airline.
CFL Priority Courier Player of the Week. The offensive player for week number 12 is Toronto's Daryl Smith. The Toronto Argos continue to shoot the lights out, with Smith pacing the well-armed artillery. The spectacular slot back had 9 receptions for 226 yards and 2 TDs during the Argos' 70-18 stampede over Calgary. It was an Argos scoring record, but look out. Smith and the Argos are gunning for more. Daryl Smith, CFL Priority Courier Offensive Player of the Week.
Back live at the stadium at BC Place to begin the second quarter for the Ottawa Rough Riders and the British Columbia Lions. First down, Ottawa. Second down and 5 to go, Ottawa, I should say. Long. David Williams can't run underneath.
Here's the story in numerical form for the first quarter. Pretty even all the turnover there, won by the British Columbia Lions. Time of possession pretty even too. Interesting how they're trying to go to David Williams and haven't had a whole lot of success doing it. Must be they're out of practice a little bit.
Well, David Williams on the season, 43 receptions, 650 yards. He has a touchdown tonight, the only one of the ball game. Third down, and Baker unloads on this one for Tony Hunter, back to the 15. Hunter surrounded near the 20. 5-yard return. A 52-yard kick. Doug Flutie, 4 of 10 so far, 51 yards, 1 interception. This should be a good one next week at Taylor Field in Regina. We'll be there for that one. The Eskimos and the Rough Riders. Edmonton leading the way in the Western Division at 9-4. The Rough Riders 7-6. This is Graham. Bruce Holmes was there to make the stop on Lorenzo that time. Gain of 2, second down. 8 to go. Flutie tried to throw over top for Alexander. He was having a little trouble spotting his receiver there behind some big guys.
Yeah, you know what, John? I think that's a pretty astute comment. I think the height factor was really there on that play. Doug Flutie had to throw over some big people, and you're going to see he gets actually the right guard, Ken Whitney, who's starting his first game tonight, gets pushed back into Flutie, and Flutie does not have the height to go over top of him. Consequently, they can't complete the pass, and once again, Louis Pasagli in to punt. The numbers for him on the evening, pretty good night punting for Lou.
Not deep for Pasaglia, but Dossie has trouble. And Dossie loses yardage on the return. Paul Whitmore leading the BC tacklers. Ottawa will begin at the 45.
Boy, both teams doing a great job covering those punts. A couple of good kickoff returns tonight, but so far some pretty exciting punt returners, Tony Hunter and Stacey Dossie, being kept in check. Boy, Ottawa's had some great spots to start their drives from tonight. 46-yard line tonight. They are playing on a short field so far in this first half.
First down for Damon Allen and the Rough Riders. The 46. Good fake to Barnes, and Allen comes to the near side. He's on target for Stephon Jones. There's the matchup we were talking about on Bell.
Yeah, that's a good pass pattern. You know, Stephon Jones said, I need to run precise pass patterns on Billy Bell when it's in man-to-man coverage, because he is a very good man-to-man corner. And that time, with the play action, you can take that out pattern so much deeper that you really have an opportunity to turn a defensive back around. That was a good pass pattern.
Gain of 16. Another first down, and Reggie Barnes
So Billy Bell is the corner that will cover Stephon Jones tonight, and we talked to him about what he will do tonight.
Most of all his speed. He's their big play receiver. He has a lot of speed. He runs good routes, and I think he's the guy they look to go deep with.
I think that's a pretty good observation, Billy. Stephon Jones averages about 22 yards of reception, so yes, they will try and go deep with him, and you're going to have your work cut out for him one-on-one tonight.
Barnes picked up 3. This is 2nd and 7. Allen over the middle, and Jeff Smith should have made the catch. A little pressure on Damon that time. He ended up on the turf.
The Ottawa Rough Riders have given up a great deal of quarterback sacks this year. That time, enough protection to allow Allen to get the ball off, pick out a receiver, but the hit still comes a little bit late from number 50, Marlon Brown.
One man back for this punt from Terry Baker, who stands at the Ottawa 50. Tony Hunter waits. And won't have a play with a great kick by Baker, who puts it out at the 1. Well, the 1.5.
Well, that's why they signed him from the Saskatchewan Roughriders. I mean, they wanted this kind of production from him, and that's a beautiful kick.
43-yard kick. The BC Lions are hemmed in deep.
CFL Priority Courier Player of the Week. The defensive player for week number 12 is BC's Doug the Tank Landry. BC's 34-4 mauling of the Tiger Cats marked the end of the Al Bruno era in Hamilton and the start of the Bob Obilovich regime with the Lions. The middle linebacker welcomed his former coach with 2 tackles, 1 sack, and his patented gung-ho play. Doug Tank Landry, CFL Priority Courier Defensive Player of the Week.
Our game of the week on TSN, the Rough Riders and the BC Lions. Ottawa's first touchdown of the night came on the very opening drive. Since then, just 1 point, and we've got 11:25 to play in the second quarter.
Well, there's Joe Pow discussing a few things with Bob Obilovich, but it was interesting in practice this week. One of the media people asked Coach Obilovich, why is Larry Willis game? He played the last couple of games for Obi, and Obi's reply was because he's, in fact, missed the last 2 games that he's played in, alluding to the fact that he didn't think Larry's heart had been quite in it. So Obi making it known that unless you're 100%er with him, you will not play. Hence the change tonight.
Well, the new head coach coming in has to make a statement, has to make it his ball club.
I think that's a pretty strong statement. But Obi has had to make a lot of organizational adjustments since he has arrived here in Vancouver. Felt everything was in quite disarray, and I know one thing, his stability and leadership will certainly get this place organized in a hurry.
Not many plays to call from the 1-yard line on first down. Chris Skinner carried that time for the Lions.
First carry tonight for Chris Skinner, who's had a very, very good year starting at that fullback spot for the BC Lions. Of course, he began his career with the Edmonton Eskimos, had some good years, played in Ottawa, in fact, last season. I don't think he was ever comfortable there, but since he has come to the Lions, he's had that running back job all to himself, and I think he's blossomed in that kind of a situation.
Averaging 5.8 yards a carry, Chris Skinner. This is second down. Flutie looks to the far side and overthrows Ray Alexander.
Once again, Doug Flutie, not the great height advantage in that time with pressure coming again. He has to actually jump to get that pass off. Second time in a row he's had to do that. Boy, you have to give a lot of credit to this Ottawa defense tonight. You know, their secondary gets riddled game after game, but so far tonight they've played pretty well.
Lou Pasaglia from deep in his end zone. The Rough Riders will come with a big rush. Pasaglia skies it. It is not deep. This is Dassey on the return for Ottawa. The Rough Riders have instant field position and more here on a great return by Stacey Dassey. Dassey finally brought down inside the 10. Pasaglia had to make the tackle himself.
What a a great return by Stacey Dossie, and boy, it looks as though that's what's going to have to happen for Ottawa. Great opening drive, but since then, totally inefficient in that department. But special teams giving them a big lift here. Stacey Dossie with some good moves. Good block at the end here by Brett Young on Jan Carinci right there. But Louis, can't fool Louis, so he makes the tackle, and the Ottawa Rough Riders have a glorious scoring opportunity after this great punt return.
A 36-yard return for Stacey Dossie. The Rough Riders continue their drive for a playoff spot. Ottawa 4-9, even with the Hamilton Tiger Cats in the race for third place in the Eastern Division.
Well, I mean, they have a great opportunity this weekend. Hello there, Stacey. How you doing? That was good. Yep, you did good. But they have a great opportunity. You know, Hamilton plays Edmonton, and you might think that Edmonton has a pretty good chance of winning that game. Ottawa,
we got him, Ottawa, we got him.
Plays BC Lions. You might think that they have a good chance to grab sole possession of the final playoff spot in the East. Would you not think that?
I would think that, and particularly since the Eskimos might be a little snarly after last week in Canadian football.
Ooh, yeah. Wouldn't like to catch Edmonton on the rebound, and
no.
Winnipeg hammered them. How about Winnipeg? I mean, we got a minute here. Let's give them credit. I mean, they are first place overall in the league, playing super. Absolutely shut down Toronto last night.
25-9 that final.
Yeah, but that was a tough 25-9. Like Toronto was never in it.
Brings down the Argonaut average in scoring just a little bit. They have not been held to 9 points for a long time.
Well, that Winnipeg defense is something else.
The Ottawa Rough Riders, first down, goal to go at the 9. Allen looks to the end zone. Touchdown, Jeff Smith. Kevin Clark beaten by Jeff Smith.
That's a good pattern for Jeff Smith. Allen rolls to the wide side of the field. They call this the throwback, and Jeff Smith runs a post corner. Well, I'll tell you, that's pretty good coverage by Kevin Clark, but Jeff Smith, with his outstanding size at 6'4", just goes up and takes the football away from Kevin Clark, who's only 5'10", and that is his third touchdown of the season since he joined the Ottawa Rough Riders, and boy, he has made his presence felt in this offense.
Dean Dorsey with the convert. So the Ottawa Rough Riders have a commanding lead. 9:47 to play in the second quarter. Ottawa out in front of the Lions, 14-1.
Gillette announces a razor that can sense the individual needs of your face. Introducing the extraordinary Gillette Sensor Shaving System. Sensor blades are mounted on responsive springs to continuously sense and adjust to your face for the best shave a man can get. Closer, smoother, safer. New Gillette Sensor.
Red.
Johnson. What? Otherwise known as Magic.
The Magic Collection by Converse from National Sports Center, where your fun starts with us. Guaranteed.
There have been some unconfirmed reports this week of dissension in the Ottawa locker room, split along an offense-defense side, but so far everybody seems to be on the same page. Good special teams effort by Stacey Dossie sets up a 9-yard, one-play, touchdown drive. Finished off with the pass to
all right,
Jeff
Steph, I pulled that one in, baby. Woo! I'm still playing Murphy Cal.
Oh, I think that was a direct reference to Mr. Murphy in Winnipeg. What do you think?
Well, Murphy Cal. That's good. I like that. Backwards.
Sent the message in code. Jeff Smith played for the Blue Bombers last season.
He was on their Grey Cup team in 1988.
9 games in Winnipeg in 1989.
Yeah.
6th game for the Ottawa Rough Riders is here tonight. He's got a touchdown. The Rough Riders have the lead, but this is Egerton with a great return for the Lions. He's out near the 55. 40-yard return, the Lions. have a chance to get something going now.
Tim Egerton is the DI tonight for the BC Lions, designated import. He led the universities in the U.S. college football in 1988 in punt returns. In 1989, he was second. So, you know, he's a dangerous guy on the special teams.
First down for the BC Lions at the 54. Good fake by Flutie. He's in trouble now. And on the run, Flutie goes to the far side. Alexander makes the catch. Big first down for the Lions. Now hang on, there was one official calling it a catch. One went the other way. What do you think?
Well, you're going to have a great look at it right here. Well, the hit knocked it out. Let's have one more look at it. Come down, hits the ground.
He landed in bounds, did he not?
That's a catch. That's a catch. Get out that instant replay rule. Let's have a look at it. Isn't that what the fan asked me for tonight?
That's the question earlier.
Hey, there it is right here, guys. Wow, that's a catch. He hit the ground.
They rule it no catch. Flutie in trouble on 2nd and 10. And he finds somebody open. Wide open. The Lions get the first down anyway. Lorenzo Graham stopped by home. 32-yard gain for the Lions.
Well, this is the great thing about Doug Flutie. He's able to scramble around and buy himself some time. And although he had Chris Skinner open underneath, he decides to go downfield a little farther to Lorenzo Graham. And Lorenzo Graham, who had 37 catches coming into this game, a pretty good season for him, makes a 32-yard pickup there. So they got jobbed a bit on that catch by Ray Alexander when they didn't get the call, but they make up for it with that first down by Lorenzo Graham.
Lions drive continues from the 24 on first down. Flutie getting pressure again. This time he'll carry himself for a first down. Flutie steps out inside the 10. 17 for Flutie. The Lions are on a roll.
Well, this is what Doug Flutie has to do when he has the opportunity. And that time, as he rolls to the outside, they do not keep the contain and the pressure on him. Patrick Wayne allows him to get to the outside, and Doug Flutie with a 17-yard pickup. And there you see a statistic that head coach Bob Abilovich does not like. He would not like his quarterback to be the second leading rusher, but certainly wants him to do what he did just there when the opportunity presents itself, take off with the football.
First and goal to go for the Lions at the Ottawa 7. Lorenzo Graham, and Graham gets to the end zone. Nice run by Lorenzo Graham. The Lions have their first touchdown. This is a great run, Lee.
Well, you know, he just delayed and stutter stepped just enough to pick out a little lane to run through. You know, they had him boxed into the outside. Bruce Holmes did a nice job there, but then Graham picked it up, cut it back to the inside, and oh, you're going to get a great look at it right here. Good blocking up front from Jim Mills, 66. A bit of a block and breaks the tackle on Patrick Wayne. Blocked downfield from Ray Alexander, and boy, that was a nice drive put together.
Lou Pasaglia converts the Lions' first touchdown. Things are a lot more interesting now, thanks to Lorenzo Graham. Third rushing touchdown of the year. The Lions only trail by 6.
Признает, что программа «Звездный флот».
That was an impressive drive for the BC Lions, set up by a pretty good punt return by Tim Egerton. Lions had good field position, took advantage of that. A couple of key plays in the drive, and the touchdown goes to Lorenzo Graham. Saglia's kickoff along the ground. Jed Tommy with a return, number 23. And he's out across the 40 to the 41, stopped by Willie Pless and Paul Wetmore.
When Doug Flutie is, we've seen what happens when Doug Flutie is kept in the pocket. He has trouble seeing his receivers and scrambling around. When he's allowed outside, he makes things happen. He got outside a couple of times, and it was a key to that drive that was finished by Lorenzo Graham from 7 yards out.
Ottawa leading 14-8. Rough Riders first down. The 41. And this is Reggie Barnes on the run. Willie Pless brought him down near the 50.
Nice block coming around the corner. Rob Smith leads Reggie Barnes up through the hole, and Reggie Barnes coming into this game at 750 yards. He, 5 games remaining. He's got a good shot to go over 1,000 yards for the season. Congratulations to Robert Mims last night from the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. He, of course, the first running back in 1990 to go over the 1,000-yard mark.
Barnes once more on 2nd and 1. There was a flag down. That should be a first down as the Lions appear to have moved a little bit early.
Offside, BC, first down.
And that first down is right at midfield, with Ottawa leading BC 14-8. The Rough Rider drive continues. Damon Allen with the draw for Reggie Barnes, and he has 5 to the BC 50. Stopped by Dietrich Wise, number 78.
Well, Reggie Barnes is only 5'9", but he carries 210 pounds on that frame. Rookie year from Delaware State, he took over and actually beat out Tony Cherry. Tony Cherry since being released from the Ottawa Rough Riders, but Reggie Barnes with a great shot to go over 1,000 this year. Be nice to see him do it.
2nd and 5. Williams, the intended receiver, down the line. Jefferson covering, and Allen well off target that time, so it'll be 3rd down.
We talked tonight about Damon Allen and how that I felt that he should throw to David Williams a lot more tonight. And when I say that, though, I mean like quality throws. There's been about 3 or 4 times tonight he's gone to Williams, and they're just hope shots down the sidelines. And I have yet to see Williams run a good in pattern or a good hook. Every time they did, just throw it up to him and hope he can run under it downfield. I think it has to be a little more structured than that, but I still do think that they have to go to him quite a bit.
Terry Baker having a terrific night. Ready to punt again, this time from his 45. And angled out once more, so no return for Hunter. Where will they spot it?
Boy, he's doing a great job on these kind of kicks to get it out of bounds. No return.
37-yard kick that time as they spot the ball near the 12.
Good job, Terry. 37 yards, no return. Coaches will take that. I'm sure he's pleased with it. Had another beauty where he nailed one down and out on the 1-yard line.
Not as happy with that kick as he was with the previous punt.
No, that was a good one.
Right out at the 1.
But that's a good one, too. No return. That's what you like.
5:15 till the half. First down for the Lions. They begin this drive from the BC 13. Lorenzo Graham on the pitch. Holmes was there to slow him down.
Now the Colkster, Glenn Cook at number 68, really did make the play from his right end spot. He got the penetration and slowed Graham down just enough. There he is, big free agent from the Toronto Argos a year ago. 6 sacks on the season. You talk about a guy that plays with enthusiasm. Now number 68, Glenn Cook, every game he plays, 110%. He's got a good buddy on that defensive line, John Mandrich, and he plays that way too.
Gain of 3, 2nd and 7 Lions. Flutie steps up, finds some running room, and slides underneath a couple of tacklers. He'll be short of the first down, I think. Underneath Wayne and Holmes, and he will have the first down.
Well, so far tonight, he's done a good job running the football. Pretty good move there to get away from Bruce Holmes, and then dives down to pick up that extra yard and a first down. So although had a huge bit of yardage, and that's not been the difference in the game. His selective running has been a factor in keeping their drives going.
2 carries, 24 yards for Flutie so far. 1st and 10 for the Lions as a result of his last run. And that was a little dangerous.
Well, Coca had a hand on it. Had he not had those hands taped up, he might have been able to make that catch and get the interception. Well, he'll be happy with the knockdown, trust me. Look at the arms on him. Boy, you think he lifts a few weights? Wow. The Hulkster.
2nd and 10. BC. The Lion 24. Flutie in trouble, and he is down. Kropke, number 73. So the Lions get set to kick it away.
Latest word in the baseball playoffs from the American League Championship Series, top of the 9th in Boston, and the visiting Oakland A's with a 2-1 lead in Game 1 of that series.
I don't know if we're surprised by that score.
I thought there might be a little more scoring at Fenway.
Pasaglia in trouble on 3rd down. He's surrounded. Kyle Hall coming through as Pasaglia couldn't get his kick away.
Well, really a good snap, and nothing wrong with that, except that there was no blocking up front, and Kyle Hall was there so quickly. Louis Pasaglia had no choice. He knew the punt would be blocked, and he tried to run with it and make something happen, but you know, they were just on him too quickly. He pays the price. He is hurt. And what hurts more is that the BC Lions will turn over the ball deep in their own territory.
This turnover could be costly to the British Columbia Lions. They already trail the Ottawa Rough Riders 14-8 late in the 2nd quarter.
Here's to McCain from the tiny and the small. For McCain Junior Juice is the best taste of all. McCain Junior Juice from Superb Concentrate is just enough juice and deliciously great. So let's have a Junior and drink from the box. Uh-oh, time to split. Here comes the fox.
McCain Junior Juice, the just enough size.
One more look at this one. Big charge coming through on Pasaglia.
Yeah, that's not his fault, no question. You saw Kyle Hall, Greg Stuman was there, Patrick Wayne. He had no chance to get that ball off, and he took a pretty good hit there, too.
And Lou Pasaglia is shaken up, being helped off to the BC Lions bench. In his 15th season in the Canadian Football League.
Well, he has had a wonderful career, all-time scorer in football history in North America.
Backup kicker for the Lions is listed as Rick Ryan, but right now the Lions have bigger problems with the Ottawa Rough Riders in scoring position. 1st and goal to go from the 8. Allen goes forward on first play. Stephon Jones. He's having a great year. Another touchdown reception for Stephon Jones. His 8th.
3-man pattern to the wide side of the field, and that's a good throw by Damon Allen. It's a wobbly pass. That doesn't matter. Stephon Jones is so far in behind Billy Bell that Damon Allen throws it to the sidelines and keeps that separation that Jones has created between himself and Billy Bell, and he makes a nice soft catch. Damon Allen, another touchdown pass tonight. The Ottawa Rough Riders waste no time taking advantage of that turnover on the muff punt.
And Dorsey adds the convert to Stephon Jones' touchdown.
Hi, Tiffany. Hey, Ottawa. We're going to get back on track now. I hear you. What a catch, baby. What a catch. We're going to get back on track.
back on track, according to Stefan Jones, and 3 wins, then 3 losses. Now a good start in the second half tonight, or the first half rather, as they lead the BC Lions 21-8. Stefan Jones with his 8th touchdown of the year.
Lou Pasaglia's right ankle being attended to by the medical staff. Pasaglia injured on his last punt attempt. And the turnover set up the BC Lions' 3rd touchdown. And the Ottawa Roughriders' 3rd touchdown of the night on the BC turnover. 21-8 now. On the return for the Lions, Tony Hunter. Some room to the far side if he can get over there. John Foddy making the stop.
How about that punt return he had last week against Saskatchewan? 108 yards for a touchdown. It's not hard to figure out why. He led the league in '89 in punt returns with the Eskimos. He was at a Western All-Star. Now gets his chance tonight to play as a wide receiver for the BC Lions.
Lions being at the 44 now with a first down. 2:37 to play till halftime. BC trailing Ottawa 21-8. Flutie, nice soft pass for Chris Skinner, and Skinner out across the 50 to the 52, a couple short of the first down.
That's a great call on first down, though. Dump it off to the running back. Ottawa sitting back, and Chris Skinner, who's averaged over 8 yards a catch this year, picks up exactly that, 8 yards, and Flutie now finds himself in a 2nd and 2 situation. Play action, can run the football. Boy, life becomes a lot easier when you can produce on first down. It's a simple game when you can do it like that.
Numbers on Flutie so far. He has engineered 1 touchdown drive. 2nd down and 2. Flutie will carry himself. Big first down as Flutie races to the 35. Great block on Brent Young. Flutie was forced out by Charles Wright.
Great run. Watch the block at the end. Jan Carinci on number 21, Brett Young. Right there. Wham. Whoa. Shoulder in front. I'll tell you what, Jan Carinci, over the course of his career, has administered a number of these kind of blocks. He's a great blocker downfield. Good team guy. Kind of guy you want to have on your team. 6'3", 210 pounds. You know, he can deliver a blow.
A lot of slot backs are good blockers. I remember you in your day.
Sure.
You had that one block. What year was that?
I don't know what year that was. I'll never forget John Payne, who I had as a head coach for 5 years, and who I just really liked playing for, and he was a wonderful guy. And I remember he used to say to me, Leaf, try blocking. He said, it only hurts for a little bit. I somehow didn't believe that.
Brett Young helped out to the
Come on, Big D.
Ottawa bench now. And look where the Lions are with a first down at the Rough Rider 36.
Doug Flutie has done a great job in this first half with his running. He's only run the ball 3 times, but each time he's taken the opportunity when it's presented itself, and he's been one reason why they will get back in this game in a hurry if he can keep doing that.
Flutie to the end zone, wide open, touchdown! Tony Dennis. What a great play. 36-yard touchdown strike. Doug Flutie to Tony Dennis. Looked easy here. Flutie should get full credit for the drive and the touchdown.
Well, the Ottawa Rough Riders secondary has given up more yards than any other secondary in the league, and this is one of the reasons. They make a breakdown in the secondary. Kyle Hall has come in for the injured Brett Young. A miscommunication between himself and number 33, Jerry Dunlap, the corner. And that's why you see Doug Flutie jumping up and down and taking credit with the high fives. He was able to pick him out. Tony Dennis, first touchdown of the year for the BC Lions.
Now Jan Carinci will hold for Rick Ryan's convert attempts. And Ryan adds one more to the BC total. So the Lions get right back into the ball game. on a great march. And the touchdown reception by Tony Dennis, his first of the year. Dennis was listed as a backup until just prior to the game tonight, backing up Jan Carinci, but Jake Christensen went down with an injury problem just prior to the game.
Well, he popped a burster sac in the elbow, and that's the cushioning device in the elbow, and it got infected, and he could not play tonight. So Tony Dennis and Jan Carinci are doing the job at slot backs, and nice catch by Tony Dennis, a good block by Jan Carinci, so they are getting some production from their slot backs tonight.
They did what they did, because we were all over the place.
21-15. Ottawa leading the Lions. Well, Rick Ryan mentioned in for Lou Pasanglia. He's filled in for Lou a couple of times this year, taking some of the longer field goal tries earlier in the season. Pasanglia was injured. Jed Tommy on the return. He's tough to bring down. The Lions do so at the 45.
Down behind the BC Lions bench, or the Ottawa bench rather. The concern is for Brett Young. Meanwhile, the story in numerical form here is Tony Dennis with a 36-yard catch to finish off a 66-yard three-play drive that took just less than a minute.
First down for the Rough Riders at the 45. Damon Allen near side. Ellingson makes the catch, and he's a couple short of the first down, forced out by Alondra Johnson. Minute 42 remaining in the opening half.
Now Duke, as they called him in Regina, came over in the trade and he's had a couple of catches so far in the first half tonight. 35 on the year for him. They got a pretty good receiving core. You look at this group: David Williams, Stephon Jones. I mean, excellent wide receivers. The Duke, James Ellingson, very dependable inside receiver, and you throw in Jeff Smith at the other slot back spot. I mean, that's a pretty good group.
Going for the first down, Reggie Barnes. He's out across the 55. He'll be just short, I believe.
Oh, that's a great matchup there. Willie Pless and Reggie Barnes. They're both 210 pounds. They're both short guys. Willie Pless at 5'11", Reggie Barnes at 5'9". They met head-on at the line of scrimmage, and Reggie Barnes had enough momentum to get himself about a yard, but they come up a little bit short. Willie Pless, you think he's played well at home this year? 5 out of 6 home dates, he's been chosen the defensive MVP.
3rd and inches for the Ottawa Rough Riders. Allen carries himself. No flags are down. That should be a first down, Ottawa. Keep this drive rolling. 21-15. The Rough Riders lead the Lions. Steve Goldman looking to put a little heat on the Hamilton Tiger Cats and move a couple of points ahead in the Eastern Division standings. This is a race for 3rd spot in the Eastern Division for Ottawa, and also for the BC Lions, trying to overtake Saskatchewan and Calgary in the Western Division, but the Lions have a longer way to come back. The record of 3-9-1, 7 points out of a playoff spot. The Rough Riders are tied with Hamilton for 3rd. Allen, Stephon Jones, good catch right near the 30. 24 yards for Stephon Jones. Nice toss for Damon Allen.
Well, they're giving him good time, a lot of time to throw the football, and the BC Lions defense giving Stephon Jones lots of room downfield. Damon Allen sees the soft spot, threw it out to him, and Stephon Jones makes a nice sliding catch.
A minute to go till the half. Allen has the Rough Riders marching again. This time at the 30, Reggie Barnes. Nowhere to go. Alondra Johnson and Reggie Barnes all wrapped up.
Tough to run a draw sometimes against the blitz. Alondra Johnson was coming. You'll see him on the left side of your screen, and he is right there to greet Reggie Barnes as he hits the line of scrimmage. And that play, although they pushed him back, will be no gain. 2nd and 10. The Ottawa Rough Riders.
Great linebackers in British Columbia.
Oh, yeah, they are a good group.
Allen, time to throw for a moment, lost the ball. Rough Riders recover. Rob Smith, number 58, over to grab it. That ball was loose and lying there for a long time.
It really was. They're fortunate. I thought Damon Allen had a couple of receivers open downfield. And, you know, really the offensive line, I thought, did a good job protecting for him. You can only give the guy so much time to throw. And, you know, they're fortunate to recover that football. But I thought he had some receivers that he might have been able to get the ball to.
Dean Dorsey set for a 48-yard field goal try. Up and wide. Hunter on the return for the Lions with 6 seconds to go. Ottawa will take a 21-15 lead to the dressing room at halftime. Doug Flutie will be content to run off the final 6 seconds here. Regroup at halftime. The Lions have come on in the second quarter. Pretty good first half of football, Leaf.
I think it's been a really good half. You know, the Ottawa Rough Riders threatened to turn this game into a blowout early, but give the BC Lions credit with Doug Flutie. They have come back and find themselves only trailing by 6 points at the half.
And this will be the last play of the opening half as Flutie goes down. And the Ottawa Rough Riders head to the dressing room with the advantage. Ottawa out in front of BC 21-15 as we take a halftime break.
Ladies and gentlemen.
This sports update is brought to you by RCA, changing entertainment again.
Welcome back to our TSN Control Center in Toronto. I'm Chris Seedens. We'll send you back to BC Place Stadium in just a moment. But first, let's go to Fenway Park in Boston. Check out action from Game 1 of the American League Championship Series. Larry Anderson pitching for Boston, top of the 7th inning. Men at the corners, Ricky Henderson. Fly ball to center field. Ellis Burks catches, then throws home. It will hit Walt Weiss. He is safe. Game is tied at 1. Now to the 8th inning. Jose Canseco on third base, and Carney Lansford chops one to right field. Canseco comes in to score 2-1 for the A's. A big 9th inning for Oakland, and they now lead 6-1 in the 9th inning of Game 1 of this American League Championship. And of course, Dana Kicker will go against Bob Welch in Game 2 tomorrow at Fenway Park. We'll head back to BC Place Stadium in Vancouver in just a moment.
The RCA ColorTrack 2000 TVs with the new in-bar picture tube give you pictures so real, you'll feel like you're really there. RCA, changing entertainment again. On the new RCA ColorTrack 2000 TVs, you can watch 2 pictures at once, so you can keep track of important developments. RCA, changing entertainment again. And if you take home a selected ColorTrack 2000 right now, you'll retrieve up to $100 rebate. Find out how to retrieve a rebate at your RCA dealer.
Why not have turkey for lunch? Introducing new Butterball Turkey Cold Cuts for today's active lifestyle. Ask for Butterball Turkey Cold Cuts and slice and serve prepared meats at your favorite store. Any way you slice it, Butterball is Canada's favorite turkey.
It's an event just being here. Skydome, the world's greatest entertainment center.
It's here. An interior clear wood finish so hard, it's called diamond finish. It dries in no time. It's virtually odor-free and washes up with soap and water. It's so clear you can cover any wood surface, even pastel wood stains, without the worry of yellowing. Varathane Elite Diamond Finish. The name says it all.
Imagine visiting yourself in the future.
You're me. Surprised? Surprised. I'm I'm beside myself. 23 years later. A few more gray hairs, I see. We've earned every one. You're in this lifestyle, too? How do we pay for all this? Freedom 55.
Freedom 55. Protection today, plus a financial program that works. So one day, you won't have to. Freedom 55. Talk to a London Life representative.
Here comes your future husband. I don't believe this.
At the half in Vancouver, it's the Ottawa Rough Riders leading the British Columbia Lions 21-15. Ottawa's not won in this town since 1974. They're trying to break out of a 13-game losing streak for the Lions tonight. Well, wouldn't you know it, Donald Trump sits down with Paul Tagliabue of the NFL, and immediately the rumors start about the National Football League coming to Canada. I do not think it is going to happen. But suffice it to say, that was the question when Donald Trump came out of his meetings in New York on Thursday. You could call it the Football Summit in New York City on Thursday. Donald Trump came to town to the NFL offices to ask the NFL Commissioner, Paul Tagliabue, about the proposal to expand the National Football League across the 49th into Canada.
He was new in the job, and I'm sure that anybody takes over a new job like he did, if anybody can understand, I can. And maybe you get forced into saying some things, and maybe it takes you a while to get an understanding of the job. Maybe economic conditions change. And probably it's time now that we both got together and talked about those things. I think we've got a good league. I think we're growing, and we're going to get better. And I think it's important to tell the National Football League that.
This is what Paul Tagliabue reportedly wants, Toronto's Sky Dome. And while he wouldn't be totally pinned down on the subject, he assured Crump that the CFL should not worry quite yet.
We've had a long history of cooperating with the National Football League. We respect each other's contracts, and that was the tenor of the meeting. And he expressed concern over the statements made in the past, and assured me that they're having I guess an owners meeting in mid-October, which a statement will be made. But the focus on expansion, at least till 1993, is certainly on American cities.
People who think the National Football League is coming north should ask themselves the question what value a Toronto franchise or any other Canadian team would bring to the value of the National Football League. I suggest it may not be as much as many people in this country think. More on the halftime after this.
When your fun starts, Brooks is all you need. And the place to find it is National Sports Center. Brooks footwear and activewear for people who are serious about their fun. To finish first, Brooks is all you need. National Sports Center. Your fun starts with us, guaranteed.
Remember the freshness of summer, when everything is more alive. Everything seems fresher than any other time in the year. This is the taste of McCain. Tender young peas, specially selected and frozen within hours of being picked. Nothing added, nothing taken away. The fresh taste of summer. Not just a memory, a year-round promise from McCain.
So what's little dandruff?
Okay. Imagine your dream girl says hello, just as you do this.
So?
Try this.
Head and shoulders? But you don't have dandruff.
Bingo.
Head and Shoulders, because you never get a second chance to make a first impression.
Catch the fire on Molson's the NHL tonight. Doug Riseborough may be the spark the Flames need to succeed, but the Jets plan an all-out rocket attack. Monday, 8:30 Eastern, the NHL tonight, here on TSN.
It's close at the half at BC Place with the Ottawa Rough Riders leading the BC Lions 21-15. Old friend Jim Taylor, columnist for the Vancouver Province, joins me now. A little controversy going in the Canadian Football League, and I think perhaps maybe you're the guy to talk to about this. Dressing room access. How are you viewing this controversy in the CFL these days?
Well, I think it's bigger than Saddam Hussein and the Oka crisis and the Senate put together. I can hardly wait till next week when we get the next installment. Lisa gets her hair done. Lisa goes to camp. Lisa and Barbie and Midge go shopping. I think it's a tremendous, tremendous story, John.
All right, what do you think should be happening in Canadian football these days with access for all reporters to dressing rooms?
There's been female reporters going into Canadian Football League dressing rooms for a long time. They go in, they do their job, they leave. I've no objection to that. I do object to radio stations all of a sudden jumping on bandwagons and deciding to send a girl in there so she can write, "I cracked the male dressing room and all men are not created equal." I think that's kind of bad.
Is that what you're saying is happening in Winnipeg at this time?
Who, moi? Oh, no. No, I think it's just ridiculous. If you're a professional, you're allowed in there. But if you're a professional and you're allowed in there, you do your work. And then you don't worry about it. That thing in the NFL could have been handled quietly. Now you got a reporter who's suddenly doing Oprah and doing all these other shows. And she'll have her own, Mattel will have a Lisa doll coming out pretty soon.
All right. Yeah, well, speaking of that, and Christmas is coming, you've likely got a new book out on the newsstands, have you?
It's funny you should mention that, John. Yes, Wednesday, a book called Larionov, Where a Rebel Walks, comes out. It's Igor Larionov's view of hockey and his life in the Soviet Union playing hockey. I modestly think it's great.
All right. Well, I'm sure my copy is in the mail of that. We'll continue. It is halftime at the stadium at BC Place. My thanks to Jim Taylor, and the Ottawa Rough Riders have the lead on the Lions, at least for now.
Franklin, on the move.
Are you sitting down?
More or less, so what?
Your appointment's been canceled.
Forget it, no way.
My sentiments, exactly.
Well, what happened?
Personal emergency.
Yeah, emergency squash game.
Yeah, maybe you could play the winner.
Well, glad I got the can't-tell phone. Better should lose 1 hour than 4.
Hey, why don't you drop in on Ferguson?
You know, I think I'll drop in on Ferguson.
Great idea.
Fergie! I just happened to be in the neighborhood.
Remember the freshness of summer, when everything is more alive. Everything seems fresher than any other time in the year. This is the taste of McCain. Tender young peas, specially selected and frozen within hours of being picked. Nothing added, nothing taken away. The fresh taste of summer. Not just a memory, a year-round promise from McCain.
Thanks. Hi, I'm Yakov Smirnov. People at Best Western just told me that they're remodeling many of their hotels to make them even more comfortable than they were before. I hear when this one is done, it's going to be a real palace. It looks like the word's gotten out, eh?
Best Western Canada. We're working hard to make sure a good thing just keeps getting better.
Haven't I seen them someplace before?
It's Ottawa by 6 as halftime rolls on here in Vancouver. We said at the outset that big players need the football in big games. They got the football to David Williams early. That's where Leaf begins this half silent.
Well, thank you, Peter. You know what? The Ottawa Rough Riders, I mean, they have a nice lead in the first half. I think they played pretty well, but what they did nicely was take that opening kickoff and put together a beautiful drive engineered by Damon Allen. And as Peter Watts told you, David Williams struck the first blow for the Ottawa Rough Riders tonight after Damon Allen worked it downfield, 1-on-1 against Norman Jefferson. And although interference was called on Jefferson, David Williams still able to make the catches. Ninth touchdown, an early 7-0 lead. They didn't let up after a Stacey Dossie punt return of 40 yards that set up this 9-yard touchdown reception by Jeff Smith, 14-1. BC got one back on a Graham run, and that was Damon Allen to Stephon Jones, who's leading the league with 22 yards a catch. That touchdown made it 21-8, but the BC Lions didn't roll over and play dead for them. Doug Flutie engineered downfield. He had a couple of good runs himself, and then he found Tony Dennis all alone down the sidelines. Tony Dennis with his first touchdown catch of the year, and although it's two last-place teams meeting here at BC Place tonight, I think we've had a pretty entertaining first half. Peter?
All right, Leaf, Ottawa by 6 at the half, and the second half kickoff is coming up from the stadium at BC Place in Vancouver. You're watching the CFL on TSN.
Need a live minnow and a bobber. He swims around down there.
I hear him down there. I hear fish lips smacking. Yeah, it looks good to me, too. I don't know why they don't bite the things. No actions at all. Fish? Yeah. You ain't gonna find anything better than this fish. Mr. Minnow. I got worms, you guys.
The doctor about that, Greg.
OV, real-life beer.
Presenting the 1991 Suzuki Swift four-door sedan. A family sedan built to such high standards that it is fully warranted by Suzuki for 3 years or 80,000 kilometers. All the room you need, all the comforts you demand are right before your eyes. The 1991 Suzuki Swift four-door sedan. All right.
I know it's late, but we need that part fast.
When you need a courier who works late, like you do, who are you going to call? You've got your priorities straight.
It was shipped. I can tell you exactly where it is.
When you need a courier who keeps tabs on things, who are you going to call? You've got your priorities straight.
Here are the numbers from the first 30 minutes in Vancouver, and the total yardage figure there is a little bit suspect only because of the kick returns, which aren't factored in there. Both teams with some good returns to set up their offenses in good field position. The second of those 2 turnovers by the Lions proved to be costly. It led to the touchdown that right now is the difference in this football game.
And that sets us up for the second half on our TSN Game of the Week with the Rough Riders leading the BC Lions 21-15. We're set for Dean Dorsey's kickoff to get the second half underway. Tony Hunter, Tim Egerton deep for the BC Lions. This is Egerton from the 20. And his return crosses the 40 to the 41. He's piled up there by Patrick Wayne.
Here's what the Lions have done on their last 5 possessions: a punt, a touchdown, third down turnover, another touchdown, and they kind of ran out of time on the last possession.
Let's see what Doug Flutie can do here to get the second half underway for BC. 1st and 10 from the 41. Flutie 7 of 16 for 127 in the first half. This is Lorenzo Graham, and Patrick Wayne has Graham all wrapped up. Marking a gain of 1. It'll be 2nd and 9.
I thought Doug Flutie did a pretty good job in the first half. The numbers aren't great for him passing, but what he did was run the football effectively when he had to, and he picked out his receiver, Tony Dennis, at the end to draw them within 6 points. And all in all, I thought he had a pretty good first half.
Flutie looks to the far side, and a flag goes down. Dunlap covering on Alexander, and that draws the yellow caution flag.
Well, that's pretty tight coverage all the way down the field, and very difficult for Alexander to even make this catch. But there you see the initial push, then another push, and there's no question about that. The contact was made a couple of times early, and Jerry Dunlap gets called for the interference. Now, he should be familiar with Alexander. I told you earlier he was on the non-active roster with the BC Lions this year, and so he was probably around practice enough to see some of Alexander's moves.
From the Rough Rider 42, Flutie. Good move. And Flutie's still going. A chance for the end zone. Scott Flagel drags him down. Flutie got inside the 20 to the 18. 24-yard run. And that was all Doug Flutie.
Well, you know, John, when we first heard that Doug Flutie was going to come to the Canadian Football League and sign with the BC Lions, I think the first thing that everybody who was interested in football said was, boy, is he suited for our game. And I think you've seen a demonstration tonight of why that is so true. I mean, he's thrown the ball reasonably effectively, but the best thing that he has done is run the football. And you see his 70 yards accumulated. I mean, 4 carries, 70 yards. Anybody in the world would love to have that average.
From the 18, Flutie in some trouble, releases quickly for Skinner, and Skinner is inside the Ottawa 15.
Oh, what a heck of a play, number 14, Scott Flagel, made from the middle safety spot. I mean, if they get Flagel this play goes all the way, and they allow the line to come in. That's good, well set up screen to Skinner, and Scott Flagel able to elude the block and make the tackle. What a huge play he made.
Gain of 3, 2nd and 7, we'll call this. And they took a little too long getting that play underway. Ottawa leading BC 21-15. Rough Riders will take the penalty, and that makes this 2nd and 11. See what Flutie can do here. Quickly out for Hunter, and that play went nowhere.
Well, I think that's a pretty lousy call on 2nd and 11. You're down at scoring range, and you know that screen to the wide receivers. I mean, it's better first down play against hopefully a zone coverage where you can get a little room. But boy, you have to know man-to-man coming now, backed up. Ottawa backed up, and first of all, that's a tough pass to complete at the best of times, and I think that's almost like giving up 2nd and 11 to throw that kind of a play. Anyway,
Rick Ryan.
Yeah.
Will get a chance for a field goal, his first try of the night. And Ryan is on target.
Hey, I like it. How about that?
.11:41 to play in the 3rd quarter, and the Lions have closed the gap.
Mazda is going all out to have another record-breaking year. Mazda dealers are ready to make the deals that break the record. They are going to be saying yes more than ever before. Yes on Miata. Yes on MPV. Yes on every truck. Yes on every Mazda vehicle.
And they're all covered by one of the best full-line warranties in the business?
Yes.
So I'd better see my Mazda dealer right now.
We'll be at Taylor Field in Regina next Sunday afternoon with the Edmonton Eskimos in town to meet the Saskatchewan Roughriders. It's our game of the week on TSN. Rick Ryan, 1 for 1 in field goals here. 1 for 1 in converts as well.
Well, there he is. He's getting all set up, and kind of fun when you're the backup kicker and you come in and you get a chance to perform. Lou Pasaglia injured on a punt that he couldn't get off in the 2nd quarter, and there you see the results of his kick, and Jan Karinci's pleased with it. Rick Ryan, of course, is pleased with himself.
(21-18) Ottawa leading BC. The Rough Riders had a big lead. The Lions have chipped away and come back to within 3. Dossie on the return for Ottawa. Nice seam. Forced out at the 51 by Billy Bell.
Well, Stacey Dossie had a nice 40-yard punt return to set up Ottawa touchdown in the first half, and now another good kickoff return to the outside. Billy Bell finally making the tackle on that.
And that run sets the Ottawa Rough Riders up with a first down. At Ottawa's 51, Allen quickly over the middle from Conrad. And that'll be a first down for the Rough Riders as Conrad gets inside the 40. 19-yard gain.
Always love that play. Let that back circle quickly out of the backfield. And if he can split the linebackers, you hit him quickly. And there you see him right between Willie Pless and Tank Landry. And that is a great first down play for the Ottawa Rough Riders. That's what they need a lot of tonight to continue with this lead and hopefully win the football game.
From the 40 now. Allen for Stephon Jones. Jones heads for the sidelines. Where do they mark him out? He should have a first down. 11-yard gain for Stephon Jones.
Fifth catch for Stephon Jones tonight. That gives him 49 on the year. And, of course, go back to 1987. That was his best year with the Edmonton Eskimos. He had 55 receptions that year for 1,100-plus yards. He will undoubtedly, in fact, I think he's over the 1,000-yard mark tonight, so he has established that for himself the second time in his career that he's done that.
To the other side, David Williams.
Good timing pattern there. Williams had not made his break. Watch this. The ball, you'll see it in the air right there. Williams turns the helmet back and makes the catch. That's a great view of those timing patterns and how they work. Sometimes you have to let the ball go before the receiver is ready. Williams popped that head around and made the good catch. This is a good drive David Allen's engineered here.
Gain of 8 on the previous play. This is 2nd down and 2. This is Reggie Barnes for the first down for Ottawa. Jefferson forcing him down.
Well, you can really see this is when Ottawa has success. You know, they get 7 yards on the quick out to David Williams. Now they can run the football with Reggie Barnes, pick up a first down, and, you know, play some ball control, chew up that clock, keep the first downs going. But, boy, that's a style of offense they have to stay with.
Reggie Barnes with 54 yards so far. 1st and 10. Ottawa. The BC 13. Allen looks to the corner. Smith makes the catch. And he's injured. Forced out by Kevin Clark.
He got the wind knocked out of him. Here you see Jeff Smith against Kevin Clark. That's a good battle. Clark's a physical defensive back, likes to come up and bump you, but Jeff Smith with the push-off at the end works to the outside, makes the catch, and I do believe he fell on the football.
Smith has one of the Ottawa touchdowns tonight.
It's a nice touchdown catch in the first half against Kevin Clark. Post corner pattern, and Steve Goldman has to be pleased with the way the Ottawa offense has come out. Take control in this second half and put a nice drive together right here. It's been a fun year for Steve Goldman. A lot of pressure on him and the entire Ottawa organization. After they signed all the free agents, and things just have not worked out that well for him.
Here comes Smith. He'll be back. Meantime, his reception sets Ottawa up with a 1st and goal to go. 2nd and goal to go from the 4. Barnes doesn't get there. Alondra Johnson, number 44, ties up Reggie Barnes.
Well, it was a real race to see who could get there first. Willie Plesser, Alondra Johnson. They kind of met there at the same time. Both made a good hit.
Should correct that 2nd and 1. And then a chance to go for the touchdown for the Rough Riders. There's the first down, so a couple of cracks from here. Colby getting a little excited on the sidelines in his 3rd game as head coach of the BC Lions.
Wow, what Obi's saying is he's saying, you know, get down. I mean, if you're injured, that's Jeff Stevenson, the newcomer, number 98. He says, if you're injured in this league, get down in a hurry so we can get the clock stopped and get our training staff out to take care of you.
6'4", 240 pounds. In his first game for the BC Lions, Jeff Stevenson played at St. Cloud State.
Minnesota. He was at the 49ers camp this year, and of course did not catch on with him. Bob Bobilovich taking a look at him tonight in his first game.
Rough Riders go for the touchdown. Reggie Barnes, and he's got it.
Rob Smith, Gerald Roper lead the blocking. Willie Bless makes contact about a yard away, but they, I don't know.
Fans don't like the call, but they said it was a touchdown.
That's a great hit by Willie Bless up over the top. The referees figure that he got the football into the end zone. The touchdown will stand.
Hobart to hold for Dean Dorsey. There's a flag down on the converts. And Reggie Barnes is his first rushing touchdown of the year.
That is hard to believe, isn't it? All the yardage he's accumulated, over 800 yards.
Offside. BC number 16. Penalty will be applied on the kickoff.
The convert stands. Timeout on the field with the Ottawa Rough Riders out in front of the British Columbia Lions, 28-18.
In Canada, the male will try to entice the female by staging a colorful display. It's called strutting your stuff. Molson Canadian, the clean, cold taste of a genuine Canadian beer. What beer's all about.
It's the small things you can count on every day in your life. A job done well, a friendly smile that make it all worthwhile. Radio Shack.
This week at Radio Shack, a Tandy computer with monochrome monitor is on sale for only $999. Has an 8286 processor, 640K memory, 3.5-inch disk drive, and built-in productivity software.
Radio Shack, touch technology.
Halfway through the third quarter here in Vancouver, the Ottawa Rough Riders with a 10-point lead, 28-18 over the British Columbia Lions. Reggie Barnes finished off that last drive with a 2-yard rush, 59 yards in 7 plays, took almost 3.5 minutes. Meanwhile, good news, bad news for the British Columbia Lions. The good news is Louis Pasaglia's ankle is not badly injured. The bad news is it's his right ankle, and he will not kick any more this evening.
Now, to the live action. Egerton breaks one. Out to the 40 for the Lions. Holmes made the stop. The Lions begin this next drive in good field position. Tim Egerton, nice run.
Well, with the exception of one drive for a touchdown by the Ottawa Rough Riders tonight, the BC Lions have been able to answer that every time. And now with a good kickoff return by Tim Egerton, gets them out to the 41-yard line, and as all good kickoff and punt returners have, he has that explosiveness when he sees that opening, and he gets up through there quickly.
Lions with a first down at the 41. Nice fake by Flutie. And he underthrew Jan Carinci. Is that tipped at the line?
Thought it was tipped a little bit. There you're going to see number 29, I think, Paul McGowan. Linebacker, watch him jump up in the air right in the middle of your screen. He gets just a finger on it, and it's a good thing he did. Jan Carinci was open down the seam.
2nd and 10 for Flutie and the Lions. Alexander short of the first down, however. Patrick Wayne was covering on Ray Alexander that time. It'll be a gain of 7, and Rick Ryan will enter to punt for BC. Actually, Jan Carinci. Morency gets it down to the 40. This is Jeff Smith on the return, and he loses a couple. John Stewart leading the tacklers for BC. Tonight's TSN Turning Point will be brought to you by Apple Auto Glass.
Apple Auto Glass, the pick of the crop.
Before it spreads and really costs you, get Apple's guaranteed stone chip windshield repairs. Just call
Apple Auto Glass,
the pick of the crop.
First and 10, Ottawa. And Barnes squirts through to the 45. Klassen into the ball game, number 90. He had missed 5 games with a broken arm, and Klassen listed as a backup tonight for Jeff Stevenson, so he is in for Stevenson. Gain of 8. This is 2nd and 2 coming up. Ottawa leading 28-18. Fake by Allen, but he didn't fool Clark. Clark runs him down and catches him from behind, but Allen has plenty for the first down.
Well, the Canadian Soccer League closes out its 4th season at Swangard Stadium here in Vancouver on Monday. It'll start at 6 Eastern Time. Vic Rauter and Graham Leggett to call the action as the Hamilton Steelers beat the Vancouver 86ers in a great soccer final and the conclusion of the 4th season. Later on Monday, John Wells will join Jim Houston and Gary Green in Winnipeg. The Calgary Flames and the Winnipeg Jets, both winners. An opening night on Thursday, will do battle as we begin the NHL on TSN.
Allen for Ellingson, and I don't know, Leif, should he have had that one?
Well, you know, it would have been a great catch, but the Duke did a nice job. Kenny Watson comes underneath to try and make the knockdown, and you know, it's a tough one, but I think the Duke would say he would have liked to have made that catch. Now you start doing double duty now. We're in the NHL hockey. You got the hockey game next week. You got the football game with Saskatchewan. You're going to be a busy little boy traveling around the country here.
Busy till the end of October, yeah.
Oh, that's great. Now you will host the NHL TSN this year. Nice.
Looking forward to it. It should be some fun.
Yeah.
Here's Damon Allen on 2nd and 10 for Ottawa. Rush gets by him, and Allen looks downfield, just tipped away by Jefferson.
Now you talk about a ball that should have been caught. I think that interception should have been made by Norman Jefferson. He had great coverage on Stacey Dossey, and Damon Allen goes for the home run here, but Jefferson right there moves just at the right time over the top of Stacey Dossey, and I think he should have had that one. Nevertheless, he knocks it down and forces the Ottawa Rough Riders into a punting situation. Norman Jefferson, a rookie from Louisiana State.
And Jefferson stays in to help on the punt return. Terry Baker for Ottawa stands back at his 43. And this is Jefferson on the return. Good coverage by the Ottawa Special Assignment Unit. 45-yard kick.
Here's some interesting numbers. The BC Lions, the first 11 games under Larry Kuharich, they were committing about 5.36 turnovers a game. That number's been cut in half under Bob Obilovich, who demands discipline and concentration and appears through the first 2.5 games to be getting it.
BC Lions with a first down. They trail the Ottawa Rough Riders by 10. Chris Skinner. And Skinner turns it into a big play. Stopped by Troy Wilson. We haven't mentioned his name a great many times tonight.
No, the big thief for the CFL. 8 interceptions, 8 fumble recoveries. Troy Wilson made that play, but they set up a little swing screen to Chris Skinner. He gets out of the backfield there and then looking for some blocking. Gets one there from Tony Hunter. Jan Crincy was downfield trying to help out a little bit too, but that's a nicely executed play, and BC Lions pick up first down.
From the 33, Flutie may run, may throw. As Hunter out of the 40, short of the first down by a couple. Charles Wright made the stop.
Well, he's getting his opportunity to start tonight at the wide receiver spot, and he took a tremendous hit as he came back over the middle from number 35, Patrick Wayne. Doug Flutie once again, good scrambling ability, gets outside the pocket, locates the receiver, and Tony Hunter comes up with his second catch of the night.
Second and a couple. And Hunter has the first down. Struggling out near midfield.
Well, you know,
made the stop.
Sorry, John, that's what they saw in practice. I mean, they saw a guy that had some desire, wanted to get into that lineup and get a shot at doing things. And, well, you know, you have to have some courage when you come here in the middle. And Doug Flutie throws a great strike. Good protection up front. And the little quick post, Tony Hunter makes the catch, takes the hit once again from Scott Flagel, and back-to-back catches for him.
A gain of 11 from the 52, a BC first down. Lorenzo Graham on the drop, caught from behind by Stuman, and then pinned by Bruce Holmes. David Williams being attended to.
Yeah, he was trying to throw a block on that Damon Allen run for the first down on that last series. They had the ball, and I think Willie Bless fell on top of him. Looks like he might have dinged the knee up just a touch.
This is 2nd and 6. Flutie to the near side. Crincy has a first down. Troy Wilson forcing Jan Crincy out that time.
Oh, that's nice pattern. Jan Crincy just takes it right out to the flat. He knows he only has to go 6 yards, and Troy Wilson is giving him a lot of room, and it's quite a way for him to make up that distance to make the tackle on Crincy. And 9 years in the league. Born in London, England, went to University of Maryland. Originally started out, of course, with the Toronto Argonauts.
Minute 23 to go, third quarter. The Rough Riders leading the Lions by 10, and Flutie on the move again. Stops and throws. Coming back. Oh, Tony Dennis. Caught one for a touchdown earlier and could have set up another BC Lion touchdown if he'd held on here.
Well, you have to feel sorry for him. I mean, he did so many things right. He saw his quarterback in trouble, and he did all the right things, worked his way back to the quarterback. And then what does he do?
Down there.
Oh, yeah. I'm telling you. You only get so many opportunities throughout a game to shine and be a hero, and that time he could have been a hero had he made that catch.
He had about 3 chances to make the catch, too.
He will think about that one tonight.
Tony Hunter is shaken up, so that gives Flutie a chance to talk with head coach Bob Obilovich. Here comes Flutie once more.
No, Flutie thought there was a timeout or something. He's over there having a chat. The referee's blowing the whistle. Now the clock started. He's down to 10 seconds here, and he better hurry up or he's going to get a delay of game.
6 seconds, 5 seconds to get the play off now. He makes it. And finds a way to make it work. Flutie very close to a first down. He might even have it. See where they spot the ball.
Yeah, this is what we always envisioned that he would be able to do when he came to the Canadian Football League. Throw well on the run and take advantage of some holes and opportunities and run the ball effectively himself.
Bob Obilovich was not happy when he got to British Columbia and saw that his quarterback, Flutie, was the #1 rusher on the team. But what does he say about a night like tonight?
Well, I think he says if the opportunities are there and they present themselves, you have to take off and run with the football to try and generate some offense for your club. I mean, I think he would like, no question, Lorenzo Graham or Chris Skinner to be the #1 rusher on the football club. But at certain times throughout a game. He's more than happy to see Doug Flutie take off with it.
3rd and inches with 33 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Flutie should have it. It is a BC Lion first down. The drive continues with 15 seconds remaining, 3rd quarter. Ottawa in control, leading by 10 at 28-18. Should be the last play of the 3rd quarter. For Alexander. Good move to get away, and another BC first down. Bruce Holmes made the stop on Ray Alexander. Timeout on the field. Last play of the 3rd quarter. The 4th quarter just ahead. The Lions threaten to cut into Ottawa's lead.
British Airways brings 24 million people together. British Airways, the world's favorite airline.
Remember the freshness of summer, when everything is more alive. Everything seems fresher than any other time in the year. This is the taste of McCain. Tender young peas, specially selected and frozen within hours of being picked. Nothing added, nothing taken away. The fresh taste of summer. Not just a memory, a year-round promise from McCain.
Our game of the week on TSN, the Ottawa Rough Riders with a 10-point lead starting this 4th quarter. And here are the numbers after 3 quarters of play. 309 yards in total offense for the British Columbia Lions, 258 for the Riders. A point here, gentlemen. The Ottawa Rough Riders in the 4th quarter this year have been outscored 140-65. So Ottawa people have seen this before.
It is a 10-point lead for now, Peter. With the Lions on 1st and 10 at the 17, threaten to cut in. A flag down. Flutie once more. Stopped by Young. And I think this one will come back.
Yeah, not too often do you see a flag back there, and it's not called holding. Pretty good run once again by Doug Flutie. He's decided tonight that he is just going to take the game into his own hands.
Holding, BC number 55, first down repeated.
Chappelle, Ian Sinclair.
Well, there's Ian right in the middle, and there you see Lloyd Lewis catches the gap, and no question about that. Ian Sinclair puts the hooks out, and in that situation, the guy was by him, and he tried to get away with it, but he got caught.
Only 8 penalties in the game so far, 4 each way. 1st and 20. Flutie looks to the end zone. Touchdown! Ray Alexander, and no flags on this play. 27-yard touchdown for Ray Alexander. And the Lions are closing the gap.
Oh, nice job by Flutie stepping up. And when he steps up into the pocket, everybody's thinking run now. And that freezes the defensive backs. That allows Alexander to come open in the end zone. And this is a good throw by Doug Flutie. His 2nd touchdown pass of the night. BC Lions refuse to quit, and they are right back into this.
Number 8, Rick Ryan, converts, and Ray Alexander has the touchdown catch. Ottawa still leading, but it's 28-25 now.
At Ford, we know that staying ahead means looking ahead.
Ford trucks, the best never rest.
With ideas like an advanced electronic automatic transmission for smoother shifting and improved gas mileage. Another reason Ford F-Series keeps outselling the competition.
Ford trucks, the best never rest.
Ford F-Series, the best-selling truck in Canada.
The BC scoring drive, 88 yards in 10 plays. It took over 5 minutes to complete. It was completed on a 27-yard pass from Doug Flutie to Ray Alexander. Now, I'm sitting here thinking, guys, that Doug Flutie has started to learn how to use the short pass to control the football and move his team up and down the field. I thought that's as good as he's looked since he came to the league, that drive.
Peter, I couldn't agree with you more. And not too often in the Canadian Football League you see 10-play drives, but the BC Lion offense was able to accomplish that. Some good play selection by Flutie and a great catch by that fellow there, right on your screen, number 88, Ray Alexander.
And 3 rushing plays in the drive. Flutie himself carrying.
Peace and love. Yeah, you got the wrong game here, Ray. This is violence and hitting.
Yeah, that's figure skating.
Peace and love. Come on now. You don't mean that.
That's what he was coming, and that's the job.
Well, a little enthusiasm at BC Place as the Lions have closed to within 3. And there's lots of time remaining. 14:20 to go, the 4th quarter. Stacey Dossey waiting for Rick Ryan's kickoff, and he dropped it out of bounds. Losing control at the 22.
You feel
Big Mo shifting.
Mo has come into the picture tonight. Old Mo is changing over just a touch to the BC Lions, and it's little plays like that that just happen to Stacey Dossey that can really slow you down in a hurry. David Allen's had a pretty good night tonight, 15 of 24 and those 3 touchdown passes.
And he's had a lot better field position than this most of the evening. From the 22, 1st and 10 Ottawa. Barnes hit as he made the catch. Johnson made the first hit. Landry brought him down.
Well, the Oakland A's have drawn first blood in the American League Championship Series. They broke open a tight game with 7 runs in the 9th inning to beat the Boston Red Sox by 9-1. Dave Stewart got the victory, and we'll have highlights for you on Sports Desk after the football game.
Roger Clemens has not beaten Dave Stewart in 6 straight games. Reggie Barnes carries, stopped by Willie Pless. And how about this, Lee? The Ottawa Rough Riders have not won in British Columbia since 1974.
That's a long time.
Eagle Keys was coaching the Lions back then.
Wow, the Eagle. Well, the BC Lion defense has taken a cue from their offense on a good drive they had, and they came up, and Willie Pless with the big hit on Reggie Barnes. The Ottawa Rough Riders are not able to come back and answer that scoring drive of the BC Lions. They will have to give the football up. Terry Baker has had an excellent night punting for the corners. Now he has to really try and air one out.
Waiting for it, Tony Hunter. Good kick. Hunter takes it at the 39. Little reverse here. This is Jefferson. Jefferson to the near side and forced out at the 39. A 46-yard return on a 33-yard kick.
Well, you got to love it. The reverse, a little bit of a bobble there, but not to worry. Some good blocking. The picket line is set down the sidelines, and Norman Jefferson gives Doug Flutie and the BC offense, who have just scored a touchdown, another great opportunity from the Ottawa 38.
Flutie goes back to work. coverage.
Charles Wright, the newcomer, starting out in the corner tonight for the Ottawa Rough Riders, reacts from his zone coverage. It looks as though Tony Dennis is open early. Charles Wright comes up. Came to the club in September as a free agent, and they finally now worked him into the lineup in October, comfortable with the defense, and tonight he gets to start at the Cleveland Brown training camp. Beginning of 1990, and now Steve Goldman has decided that it is Charles Wright's turn to start on the corner. They have had a lot of corners play for them this year. Tonight it's Jerry Dunlap and Charles Wright.
Bob Obilovich 1-1 as the head coach of the BC Lions, looking for his second win here tonight. The Lions need to win to keep any faint glimmer of a playoff hope alive. The Ottawa Rough Riders are trying to move a couple of points ahead of the Hamilton Tiger Cats in the race for third spot in the CFL East. On 2nd and 10, Flutie, Alexander, almost a brilliant catch.
Great coverage by number 33, Jerry Dunlap, but the difference is Alexander at 6'4" is able to go up and over. Boy, he almost stuck that ball. Watch the right hand. He almost stuck it right in there. That's a great effort.
Almost, not quite. So it is third down with 11:53 to play. In the fourth quarter, Carinci will hold. Rick Ryan will try a 46-yard field goal. Up, and a couple short. That was for the tie. Dossie gets it up near the 10.
That's a pretty good try, though, isn't it? Hey, he's the backup kicker. What do you want, 46-yarder? No way.
So Rick Ryan missed that one. He hit one earlier.
CFL Priority Courier Player of the Week. The lineman player for week number 12 is BC's Jim Mills. BC's offensive line ensured the Lions delivered over land and through the air in the 34-4 triumph over the Hamilton Tiger Cats. Tackle Jim Mills put his hulking 6'8", 280-pound frame to awesome use, helping the Lions rush for 209 yards, pass for 238 yards, and limit the Tiger Cats to 1 sack. Jim Mills, CFL Priority Courier Lineman Player of the Week.
Your heart can see, be on a road that you want to be. It's your day, you're on your way with the song. Now is the time for celebration. You're on your way with a song. It's your day, you're on your way.
There's the time remaining. Remember, Ottawa's been outscored in the fourth quarter this year, 140 to 65. Riders led it by 10 as the fourth quarter began. The Lions are coming on strong.
And the Ottawa Rough Riders begin deep in their own zone with a first down at the 9. Damon Allen has the lead, but it's slipping away. David Conrad, the intended receiver. There is a flag down. This one may go against the Lions lead.
Roughing the passer, BC 5-0, first down.
Marlon Brown through to hit Damon Allen a little bit late. Obilovich is not happy about the call.
Well, you know, you got a team backed up, and you're making a bit of a comeback.
Graham got his point across.
Well, he didn't think the hit was late, but you know, you got a team backed up. I mean, you got to be careful, and that's a freebie first down, and boy, he just can't do it.
From the 24, Allen has it batted down. It hits the ground. Dietrich Wise knocked the ball down.
Dietrich Wise is a rookie from Jackson State who's in his 7th game, and he is certainly getting comfortable now with the pass rush and the schemes that the BC Lions want to try and accomplish on defense. And you know, he does the next best thing. You know, you're not always going to get in and get the sack or the pressure, but boy, if you can't get those big hands up and try and knock it down, and he was able to do that.
Second and 10. Allen takes off, and he might be a yard short.
No, there's no question he's short, and this was set up. No, it doesn't set up an interesting situation for Steve Goldman. He says, we got the 3-point lead. No question about it. Terry Baker, get in and kick us out of trouble.
Baker is in and ready. Another great kick for Terry Baker. Let's see how Hunter does on the return. Not one of his better efforts tonight. He's across the 30 to the 37. Minutes even to go in the 4th quarter. Could be in for a big finish at BC Place tonight. Enthusiastic crowd on hand. Not much to cheer about in the early moments of the game, with Ottawa in front 14-1 at one stage. In fact, the Rough Riders have not trailed all evening. The Lions have come to life.
Well, there you see the time remaining. I think it's been a great football game.
Flutie near side. Hunter makes the catch. Dunlap covering.
That's a nice catch. I mean, they only made 5 yards, but I mean, that is a great catch. Tony Hunter's only 5'8", but he stretches as high as he can go, and Jerry Dunlap's right there to apply the hard hit. That's a heck of a catch. And you know, this is so often happens. You get a guy like Hunter getting his opportunity tonight to play. He's trying to impress, and give him credit. He's playing hard.
2nd and 5. The Lions from the BC 42. Flutie gets away from Stillman. Alexander, what a catch. 2 defenders, but Alexander came up with the ball. He's inside the 45.
So Ray Alexander moves over the 1,000-yard plateau, and he does it with an outstanding catch. You know, he hasn't dominated games this year the way I suspected he might when he returned to the Canadian Football League, but so far tonight, he has been the key player in the BC offense. Those are the BC Lion receivers that have accomplished that 1,000-yard season. Mervyn Fernandez, well, he's still doing it with the LA Raiders.
120 yards on the night for Ray Alexander. More importantly for the Lions, a first down inside the Ottawa 45 at the 43. Ottawa leading by 3, 28-25. Flutie, nice soft pass for Lorenzo Graham. Cut from behind by Bruteau.
Doug Flutie looks very comfortable at the controls tonight for the BC Lions. Steps to the outside. He has Lorenzo Graham downfield. Lorenzo Graham hasn't been called upon too much tonight, but he's had a couple of big pass receptions and 7-yard touchdown run, so he has made his contribution.
33-yard gain. This is 1st and goal. And this is Chris Skinner. Couldn't get outside and lost a little bit, I believe.
Toughest job for an outside linebacker is to take on a running back one-on-one out in the open field. That time, number 29, Paul McGowan, did an excellent job turning back to the inside. He only picked up a yard, so big crucial. 2nd and 9 for Doug Flutie. You saw the worried look on Bob Abilovich. His club trails by 3. There's Paul McGowan, second year at Florida State.
7:21 to go. Lions 2nd and goal to go from the 9. Flutie. Sack. Stuman. Former Lion gets a little revenge.
You know what? On 2 plays ago when he hit Lorenzo Graham down the sidelines, Doug Flutie made a spin move, and he really put the deke on Greg Stuman. And I thought to myself, boy, that doesn't happen too often. And sure enough, a couple of plays later, he tries to put the deke on again, and there's Greg Stuman to get his 11th sack of the season.
You can fool me once.
Yeah.
But not twice with the same play in about a minute and a half. So enter Rick Ryan for the tie now. Carinci holding. A 28-yard field goal try. Wide. So it's a 2-point ball game as Flagel kills a little time. I'm not sure why completely. With 6:36 to go. Ottawa leading 28-26.
Good job, defense.
Gillette announces a razor that can sense the individual needs of your face. Introducing the extraordinary Gillette Sensor Shaving System. Sensor blades are mounted on responsive springs to continuously sense and adjust to your face for the best shave a man can get. Closer, smoother, safer. New Gillette Sensor.
Butterball turkeys, fresh, freezer to oven stuffed, and the traditional turkey for the holidays. Juicy, plump, and tender. Butterball, Canada's favorite turkey. Sunday night NFL on TSN. It's a silver and black attack as the Raiders storm the confines of Rich Stadium. Buffalo hopes this is the season that takes them to a super finish. The Bills meet the Raiders. Week 5 of Sunday night NFL is here on TSN.
Well, Rick Ryan missed from 28 yards away. Would Lou Pasaglia hit from there? I think so.
I think the chances are pretty good that we might have had a tie ball game right now had Lou Pasaglia not injured that right ankle in the 2nd quarter when he was forced to run on a 3rd down punt. Let's not be too hard on Rick Ryan. An awfully tough spot for him to come into. And he's made 1 field goal so far tonight. Missed on a 46-yarder and a 28-yarder. And there you see the score. Ottawa late in the 4th quarter now. 6 minutes remaining. Still ahead by 2 points.
28-26 with the Rough Riders. First down. From the 35, Allen almost has it picked up. 2 receivers in the area, Smith and Williams, and Jefferson had a chance to come up with it for BC.
Well, the old timing pattern that he's been able to connect with David Williams on tonight a couple of times. That time threw it over his head. Norman Jefferson, you're going to see, was right there to make the interception. Norman, now you got to work on catching the football because that's the 2nd one tonight you should have had.
6:11 to play, 4th quarter. 2nd down, Ottawa. From the 35. Bob Obilovich trying to keep the BC Lions playoff hopes alive. The odds are a little long. Steve Goldman has a good shot at the playoffs. If he wins tonight, Rough Riders have a date with the Hamilton Tiger Cats next week. And the Ticats and the Rough Riders are all even in the Eastern standings, both with 4 and 9 records. Ticats will host the Eskimos on Monday at Ivor Wynne. The game tomorrow in the CFL, Saskatchewan and Calgary.
That's a big game, too. That's for 2nd place.
Staff 7-5-1. Saskatchewan Roughriders are 7-6, so a point separating those two teams. Slight delay as a fan ran onto the field, and they've had to readjust the clock, adding 15 seconds back. So I think we're ready now. Second and 10. Ottawa from the Rough Riders 35. Damon Allen looking long for Smith. The flag is down. Did they spot Mr. Jefferson covering a little too tightly?
Forward pass interference. BC number 16. First down.
Well, it was Kevin Clark on Jeff Smith as he broke to the corner, and he looked like he was coming open. Kevin Clark obviously put the grab on him. A couple of penalties now starting to take their toll against the BC Lions. They had one roughing the passer penalty on the previous Ottawa drive. Kept it going, and now the interference penalty on Kevin Clark gives them an automatic first down.
From the 47. And this is Reggie Barnes. Creedy makes the stop, number 79. Creedy in his second year with the BC Lions, shaken up a little bit on the tackle. Played pretty well in the last couple of games.
Yes, he has. He was a young kid from Toronto, born in Thornhill, and went down to Ohio State. Perfected his craft as a defensive lineman, drafted by the Lions in 1989. Well, he's a good size, too. It's 6'5", 265 pounds.
.5:29 to play, fourth quarter.
While the Lions attend to Derek McCready on the field, let's tell you about a busy Monday on the Sports Network. It'll be Calgary and Winnipeg in NHL hockey. A 40-game schedule returns to TSN, and we begin at the Winnipeg Arena Monday evening at 8:30 Eastern Time with the Flames and the Jets. And before that, soccer fans across Canada can watch the final of the Canadian Soccer League's fourth season. The Hamilton Steelers and the Vancouver 86ers live from Swangard Stadium. That'll be at 6 p.m. Eastern Time with Vic Crowder and Graham Leggett to call the action.
Derek McCready helped off to the sidelines now by the Lions medical staff. Gain of 4 on the previous play, so it'll be 2nd and 6 Ottawa. From the 51. Allen, a man open. That is Jones with a reception out at the 40.
That's a great catch. You know, now you're getting down to crucial time. We're just going to go under 5 minutes remaining in the football game. And Stefan Jones, who's had an outstanding year for the Ottawa Rough Riders, comes back to the football working one-on-one with Billy Bell. And he told you tonight that precise pass patterns if he was going to have a good night against Billy Bell. And that time he ran a great hook back to the quarterback and in traffic made a nice catch and keeps this Ottawa march alive.
Quarterback drop, and he's inside the 35.
Well, he did a smart thing, too. Normally, if this had been the first, second, or maybe even third quarter of the game, Damon Allen might have taken that to the sidelines, tried to get a few extra yards and maybe gone out of bounds. But now with a little over 4 minutes remaining, he cut it back upfield. He knows the clock will keep running after they blow the whistle now, and that's pretty smart play.
Second and 4 for the Rough Riders now. This is Barnes. He has the first down. Forced out by Jefferson and Ryan.
Let him run open, Reggie.
17 yards for Reggie Barnes. He's had a good night too, Lee.
he hasn't been called upon a great deal, but when he has, he's had some pretty good runs and caught the football well. Reggie Burns has turned into quite an exciting back in the Canadian Football League, and there you see he turns it up, lowers that shoulder. He's got pretty good frame on him, 5'9", 210 pounds, and as a running back, he can deliver some punishment.
1st and 10, Ottawa. BC 17. Ottawa leading by 2. Allen goes for the touchdown and comes up a little short, or actually a little long. He fired over the head of James Ellingson.
Well, now you got 2nd and 10, and I think Damon Allen really has to be thinking nothing too risky right here. Sure, we'd love to score the touchdown, or we could put this game away probably by doing so, but the worst thing we want to have happen after this down is that Dean Dorsey will come on the field and maybe give us a 5-point lead, forcing BC to have to score a major.
2nd and 10. Allen to the end zone. Williams, touchdown. 17-yard touchdown, 2nd of the night for David Williams. He got the first one for Ottawa, and he has the last one, at least as of right now.
Well, that's a great throw by Damon Allen, and David Williams works his way to the inside. They don't get a whole lot of help in the middle from Rick Ryan, and boy, they made it look pretty easy here. John gets inside Norman Jefferson, his 2nd touchdown of the night, and boy, do you think he's happy coming home and playing before the fans he used to love to perform for, and having a couple of touchdowns on the evening.
Dean Dorsey adds one more to the Ottawa total, but flags are down all over the place. David Williams, we talked about at the outset. He wanted the ball more. He's received it a little bit more. 2 touchdowns tonight for Williams.
Well, he's only caught the ball 3 times, but 2 of them have been for touchdowns, so
no unnecessary roughness. Ottawa number 65. After the convert's good, penalty will be applied on the kickoff.
So, although David Williams hasn't had the great numbers tonight, he's certainly been productive with 12 points.
Hey, I was about to ask. Dave. Oh, no.
What was that? Yeah, we're going 85 points. Good job, Dave. We're going to the playoffs. You're damn right.
Hey, Desiree, Amanda, Alyssa. Hey, it's not over yet. It's a tough one. Move the ball forward. Now let's keep working.
35-26 now. Ottawa leading BC.
A good-looking scoring drive directed by Damon Allen and completed with the touchdown pass to David Williams, his 2nd of the game. 75 yards in 10 plays. Another drive that took 3.5 minutes. And we've seen more of them in this game than I can remember seeing in a while by both teams.
Well, Peter, I think you're right. 10-play drive for Ottawa, 10-play drive for BC Lions, touchdown. And, well, you know, that's great for the flow of a game. You know, these 1-play, 2-play scoring drives are, you know, they're nice, but I like the 10-play ones.
Dorsey's kickoff. Egerton for BC already with good yardage as he made the catch. Charles Wright made the tackle. Ottawa 307 yards total offense compared to 286 for the BC Lions. 3:05 to play at the stadium at BC Place. This one is not over yet, but Ottawa has taken the lead, a substantial one once more.
Sie müssen uns den Bericht so schnell wie möglich senden, weil einer...
When you need a courier with connections to the EMS worldwide network, who are you going to call? You got your priorities straight?
I know it's Saturday. We had a small fire, and I need to duplicate this Monday.
When you need a courier who's always there, who are you going to call? You got your priorities straight?
Tim Egerton slightly shaken up, but he apparently feels a little better now. Here's what happens.
Vancouver Canucks have got a young hockey team, and they played pretty well and lost on Thursday night in Calgary. They went to the Great Western Forum in California on this night and won it by 6-3 over the Kings. Wayne Gretzky did not get a point in that game. And a reminder, we'll have all the scores and highlights from a busy Saturday around the NHL on Sports Desk coming up after our football game.
Kings and Canucks will have a rematch coming up at the Pacific Coliseum here this week. Next game for both teams. 3:05 to go for the Lions and the Rough Riders. Pretty entertaining football game at BC Place here. And Doug Flutie has moved the Lions well. He'll need to move and score a touchdown real quick now, though. Trailing 35-26. Sidearm. Carinci couldn't hang on. Scott Flagel was with him.
That's a great play by Scott Flagel. He read Carinci coming across the field and moved up from the middle safety spot. All over Carinci as he's able to knock the ball loose. What do you think? Does Doug Flutie have a little magic left? 9 points. That's tough. They got to score twice.
Touchdown field goal, and you win.
Well, you make it sound easy enough. You know, I don't know if they would agree with that, but got to get the touchdown first and then worry about what you're going to do later.
Second down. Flutie a little high for Alexander. .245 to play at BC Place.
Bob Obilovich has been around long enough to know that 2:45 can be an eternity in this league, so he decides rather than gamble on third down, hope for a good punt from Jan Carinci, who's in taking over from the injured Lou Pasaglia. They will try to play good defense after this punt unless they fake it, which I doubt.
One man deep for Carinci's punts. Stacey Dossie, low snap, and not a good kick for Carinci. Flags are down. Now the Lions have a chance to recover and do. But no yards on Brown could well be called here. Quite a gathering down there, Leaf.
See that both teams are completely out in the field, and they'll try and sort this out. Steve Goldman should be worried.
Bruce Holmes with his hands in the air, suggesting he came up with the football.
Well, it really doesn't matter who recovered it. They're going to call BC for no yards, and had it been a fumble, it doesn't matter. Ottawa will retain possession, and as they lead by 9 points, be more than happy with 2:34 to kill the clock and get this thing over with.
This will be a big win for Ottawa if the Rough Riders can hang on to a 35-26 advantage at this stage.
No yards. BC. Unnecessary roughness. After the play, BC number 39. First down.
Well, it appears that a long frustration time is going to end for the Ottawa Rough Riders. The last time they won a game in Vancouver was the 22nd of August, 1974. And a couple of people who aren't in the news very much anymore were in charge in Canada and the U.S. at that time.
Damon Allen on first down for Ellingson. And that'll be another Ottawa first down with 2:25 to go. 15-yard gain. No flags are down, but tempers are flaring down there a bit.
That was a nice catch by the Duke from the sidelines there to David Williams. Downfield was having a pretty good battle with Kevin Clark. I'm going to keep my eye on that one because I think this game is, for all intents and purposes, over with.
Ottawa with a 9-point lead.
I won't get the chance. They're taking David Williams out.
This is Reggie Barnes. Gets away from Landry and out of bounds. Pless was there. And after he got by Landry, Pless was waiting, so he steps up.
Well, Kevin Clark's going to get a roughing penalty downfield. I mean, he's just looking for anybody that comes close to him, and he wants to get into a bit of a fight, so he's going to get called.
Kevin Clark started his CFL career with the Eskimos in Edmonton.
Rough play, disqualification, BC number 16, first down.
Good night, Kevin.
Yeah, you know, that's a good call. I mean, there's no question he wanted to get into a fight with somebody, and the referees made a good judgment. Just get him out of there.
So now from the 12, with 2:19 to go, the Rough Riders first down. Well, the Rough Riders with a win tonight will move 2 points ahead of the Hamilton Tiger Cats in the race for third spot in the East. Ticats have a date with the Eskimos this weekend, and then it's Ottawa and Hamilton next weekend. Here's Reggie Barnes for the Rough Riders. He's down inside the 5. Rick Klassen made the stop there. 2:13 on the clock as Ottawa drives for another touchdown.
Well, I think Ottawa's looked pretty good tonight. You know, the big thing that struggling teams have to look out for is just not to beat themselves. And I think tonight that's been evident that the Ottawa Rough Riders have taken advantage of their scoring opportunities. And any BC Lion miscues, they've pounced on quickly for touchdowns and points. And, well, I think they're full value for what will apparently be their 5th victory. 1990.
Now, the Rough Riders can get a first down here without scoring a touchdown. This is 2nd and 3. 2:07 to go. Barnes stopped by Willie Pless. See, Steve has been through a lot of these last-minute setups here. He is not convinced he's got it wrapped up yet, and truthfully, with 1:56 to go, some things could happen, and lots have happened to the Ottawa Rough Riders.
Yeah, and I guarantee you he will not smile for another minute and 50 seconds. But it looks as though that he has nothing to worry about at this point. BC Lion, or the Ottawa Rough Riders, a little short there, but I don't think it really matters a whole lot.
Will be third down, less than a yard to go. Allen keeps himself, should have the first down. Much different Ottawa Rough Rider team from a week ago. Calgary winning over Ottawa 52-8.
I found that one hard to believe. You know, I thought Ottawa at home, they have great crowds there and enthusiastic group, and it was unbelievable that they could get blown out like that by the Calgary Stampeders. But give them credit, they have bounced back, and they know that they're in the hunt for a playoff spot in the Eastern Conference, and boy, they're doing everything they can tonight to win this football game and get ahead of the Hamilton Tiger Cats.
First and goal to go. It'll be 2nd and goal to go. 1:21 to go. Ottawa leading BC 35-26. Does he make it this time? Yes, Barnes is in the end zone for the touchdown. Second touchdown for Barnes. And that'll pretty well salt it away. Not much can happen in the next 59 seconds. Keep Ottawa from winning this thing.
So good line surge on the right side of the offensive line by the Ottawa Rough Riders with Irv Damon, Brian Ilburn, and Karli Renko allow Reggie Barnes to get into the end zone with the touchdown that puts the last nail in the coffin of the BC Lions tonight, and the nail in the coffin of any playoff hopes that they entertained for this season.
Ottawa opened the scoring early. First march of the ball game. First possession, Ottawa moving upfield with Damon Allen at the controls. Touchdown toss to David Williams. Riders made it 14-1 before the BC Lions really got on track.
Well, they get off to a great start, Johnny, and never look back. And I think you have to give them a lot of credit. They have not had a lot of things go their way this year, but tonight certainly they will enjoy this win. It's been a long time, since 1974. They have won a game at BC Place.
Hey, little Alex! Alex!
Win tonight moves Ottawa's record to 5-9, 2 points ahead of the Hamilton Tiger Cats. Ticats will host the Eskimos on Thanksgiving Monday at Iverwin. And tomorrow in Canadian football, a showdown for second spot in the West with Saskatchewan at Calgary. .59 seconds to go. On the return, Tony Hunter for the Lions. Away from one. Hunter finds room to the far side. Out to midfield. Troy Wilson ran him out of bounds there. That took 9 seconds.
Here's the last scoring drive by the Ottawa Rough Riders. 42 yards in 7 plays. Took just over a minute and a half. Completed by the 1-yard rush by Reggie Barnes, who did not have a rushing touchdown this year until this game. He now has 2.
Not a bad story. Reggie Barnes tonight. Also effective as a pass receiver 2 or 3 times. Flutie. 1st and 10. Over the middle. Graham makes the catch. Holmes makes the tackle. And 44 seconds remain.
So about all that's going to happen is the BC Lions might improve on a little bit of the statistical story for them tonight, but I don't think they can have a hope of getting back into this one.
42-26, Ottawa leading. Carinci, the intended receiver. And Wilson was covering. 34 seconds to go. So the Lions, with a record of 3-10-1, are 7 points back of the final playoff spot with 4 games to go. Flutie sprints for another first down. I'm looking at the math here. The Lions mathematically would still have a hope of making the playoffs even with the loss tonight. If Saskatchewan were to lose all remaining games, correct?
Correct. You got it.
But that's
you want
what you call
make a wager?
Long shot.
No, you won't make a wager on that, will you?
Bob Ovilovich had a clause in his contract with Murray Pesum for a $75,000 bonus if he got the Lions to the playoffs, or to the Grey Cup, I should say.
Trust me, I think that's safe.
Yeah, I think Murray saved 75 G's. Flutie looks deep. Batted away by Flagel. Intended for Hunter. 16 seconds to go.
Well, Doug Flutie will not have one of the miracle finishes that has been associated with throughout his career, and that pass just enough wobble on it to allow Scott Flagel to come over and knock it away. Scott Flagel's had a couple of good plays here in the second half, and I think an Ottawa defense that, although they've allowed 26 points for the most part tonight, has played pretty well.
16 seconds on the clock. Unofficially, this one will go in the record books as an Ottawa victory. Now Flutie can cut the margin here with one last play, or maybe two. Flutie swings it out to Lorenzo Graham, and Graham sprints to the end zone, or at least towards it. 3 seconds remain. Little lateral play there.
Pretty good presence of mind by Doug Flutie. He knew that he could, though he laterals it, everything's safe, and the BC Lions have called a timeout. Why, I don't know. 1 second left on the clock.
Well, you got a chance for 6 points here, I suppose.
Well.
Looks a little better at the end of the season.
Please put 3 seconds on the clock. 3 seconds. Hey! 3 seconds. Add 3 seconds on the clock.
So Flutie has one chance to hit the end zone here. Argos former coach Bob Ovilovich wanted 3 seconds on the clock and gets it. Ovilovich with a record of 79, 57, and 3. He is 1-2 for the BC Lions. Last play of the game, Flutie fumbles. It rolls into the end zone, and Scott Flagel is there. I think he's got it. That should be it. Steve Goldman has another win for the Ottawa Rough Riders. The Riders are third in the Eastern Division, 2 points up on the Hamilton Tiger Cats as a result of a 42-26 victory at BC Place Stadium tonight.
Well, they deserved it, Johnny, and I think now Bob Ovilovich will go back to the drawing board, and for the Ottawa Rough Riders, now they're thinking playoff time.
And they haven't thought playoffs in Ottawa for a year or two. But there's still 4 games to go for the Rough Riders and a big date with the Hamilton Tiger Cats. A showdown coming up next weekend. Final reads, Ottawa 42, BC 26. Peter?
Thank you, John. We talked at the outset about leadership from the quarterback position, and the Ottawa Rough Riders got it. What a good job tonight. Some good drives and used everybody.
Well, that's, I think when we play really well on offense, we have an opportunity to get everybody the football in that. So that's one of the things, that's a good thing about our offense. When we're using everybody, then we have an opportunity to do well on offense and keep the ball in our hands.
What did you want to do on first down? Because when you were able to make some yardage there, that seemed to be a key to how well the offense did.
Well, what we wanted to do basically this game is to come out and basically use our whole offense and give them a lot of different looks, use our nakeds and everything, and just keep them all balanced. And that's one of the things we did coming this game. And basically, Coach Gorman just let me go and let me call the game.
Congratulations. Good luck next week.
Well, thanks a lot.
All right. Eamon Allen, our Molson MVP game star, for his performance in a 42-26 Ottawa victory here in Vancouver. More ahead on the CFL tonight.
Fix the vertical. Would you? You got the remote.
I don't know. Are we eating soon?
Oh, I love this game. I love this game.
Let's play back. Here, see?
Who is that guy? He never gave you the score.
Whoa!
Okay.
Look at him like a referee or you're missing a good game.
It's gonna be one happy Christmas.
Time Life Music presents Country Christmas, a new collection of 50 holiday songs by the greatest country artists of all time.
Christmas in Dixie. Silent night.
Jingle bells, jingle bells.
Hard candy Christmas.
Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
Country Christmas from Time Life Music. 3 LPs or 2 double-length cassettes for only $24.99 or 2 compact discs for $29.99. Order now.
To order, credit card customers call 1-800-258-4600 or send just $24.99 for 3 albums or 2 double-length cassettes or $29.99 for 2 compact discs, plus $4 shipping and handling to Country Christmas, P.O. Box 600, Station R, Toronto, Ontario.
A simple game with simple rules. There's nowhere to hide, and once it begins, there's no stopping it. The intensity, the drama, the sheer excitement. Stand by, Canada. We're ready for kickoff. The Canadian Soccer League on TSN. Join us Thanksgiving Monday, 5:30 Eastern, for the exciting CSL Championship match. The Vancouver 86ers try to retain their Canadian title by taking on the Hamilton Steelers. If it's great soccer action you want, it's here on TSN.
Time now for the TSN Turning Point, brought to you tonight by Apple Auto Glass. The score was 28-25 late in the third quarter, with the Ottawa Rough Riders clinging to a 3-point lead. The